Yes, it's the NEMPATHY Show. I go by the name of Sonic Boom. Got BRYANBEKNOWIN.
Don't you know no good?
And pass the ball. In the building. What's good with y'all?
What up?
We're good, man. How you feeling today?
Hey, see you.
I'll be there in a second, brother. What's good with y'all?
What's up, man?
What's happening?
Yo, it's episode 100 of the NEMPATHY Show.
100 of them things.
Congratulations,
You know? Where
that's dope.
millennial men can speak as men speak without having our points of view governed and shaped and molded into a package that's easily digestible and discarded.
Yeah.
How you doing, fellas?
We doing all right, man.
Doing well.
I gotta redo my setup.
Yo, I ain't been on in a minute.
I know, hey, man.
Homework been having me leaning against the rope, catching jabs and haymakers like Mike Tyson up in this joint.
Woo!
So you study, you went back to school?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, and I got I'm full time, so I got 12 credit hours that I'm taking.
Oh, it's your homework. I thought you was talking about your son this whole time.
No, I thought he was about to say he got a full ride.
No,
I've been man. I've been up in that joint getting beat down.
Cause I heard that new Common Core been beating a lot of parents up, so that's what I thought you was talking about, man.
Now that Common Core, they do a little different here. It's just that Core 40 thing going on, and I mean that's as at this stage where he's at, it's more or less on him. Yeah. Like I couldn't help him with his homework. I barely do my homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Facts. When you've been away from just like when you go to school and you've been going to school every year, you just be in scholastic mode.
Right.
You just spend years of doing other things and try to get back into that state of mind. Sometimes that's the most difficult part about it.
It's hard because I did some certifications like that NIL deal thing that y'all posted in the chat.
Right.
Now it's real because I got a couple of clients that I signed to my agency, but the bigger thing is it was a short burst. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I got a class on campus. I got to be there 2 days a week on campus. And then I got this class. I got a gang of reading in it. So you know what I'm saying? It's a beast. But man, it's all good. We don't complain. We just execute and make it happen.
That's what's up, man.
Right. Because don't nobody want to hear us complain anyway.
Right, for sure. Not no grown man anyway. You know what I'm saying?
See? You just gotta do it no matter what. You can't cry, you can't pause, you can't catch your breath. You just gotta go.
You gotta suck it up and take it on the chin
and
keep it moving.
And you got one leg, it don't hurt.
Walk it off.
Yeah.
Word up. Yo, man, I got a couple icebreakers.
Look at mommy.
Oh, no. Quick run down. We'll stand here. You can't jump, it's too shallow. Happy?
So my man was about to propose. He was going to propose. I guess they already have a child or someone has a child. And they were trying to use the child in the proposal to transfer the ring from the purchaser to the purchasee or whatever, you know. And he dropped it in the cracks of the deck, went down into the water. My man, I was reading through the comments and they said he retrieved it.
That's what's up.
He was able to get it out of that murky water.
That's when you know that thing probably has some zeros attached to it.
Facts.
I'm gonna find this ring. Yeah.
This a rental. This for the moment.
Shoot. Get a candy ring. You don't get that one.
This why the Bible tell you don't have kids before marriage. This right here.
Damn.
So,
Hold on. Dang, he just left her.
the thing is, it's the simplicity
grabbed
of
the child.
and just ran.
And closed the door.
But it's the simplicity of how she fixed the problem. All she did was put the top on, because that's all you need to do on the fire is put the top on. Once you cut the oxygen, is he ain't asked no questions. He just got out of it. Now I do like that door concept of like you have a fire, like you just close that door. I'm assuming that'll keep it contained.
Yeah, when you're in there frying chicken and everything.
Yeah,
Man, keep that in there. That hot grease smell.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
inside the kitchen.
Yeah, my man, he ain't even look like he just ran.
Yeah, I think he just
grabbed the baby. That joker grabbed the baby. It was like,
he showed who and what was important to him and nothing else.
Not a thing. Cause see,
that's a no-win situation though, for real. Because
Mm.
if you grab your wife,
she gonna like, what about the baby?
Yeah, so you kind of got to snatch both of them. But had he grabbed her, that fire turns into something different.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
She had it under control. Like she's like, I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm. He looked at her and said, "You're an adult. You know how to move.
You know how to do this.
Yeah, you know how to do this. I gotta grab the one who can't fend for themselves."
Or he's trying to tell her she can't cook.
I mean, that fire was kind of big, so maybe
stir fry because she was.
Oh yeah, she was kind of whipping it.
Yeah. You ever cooked in a wok?
Yeah.
Nah,
that's what she had, right? Wok. My mom used to have one of them. You know what I'm saying, stir fry.
Yeah, wok is good especially if you can get it seasoned and get that thing where it don't stick to the pan.
Mm-hmm. It's all in the wrist.
I just be using a regular frying pan.
All right, I got a situation right here. See if this is gonna work today. Tell me what y'all would do in this situation. In this scenario, you are the groom to be, or y'all just got married. This is the reception, and you know when the bride is in the chair and he's supposed to put the thing up her leg and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is what's going on. I can't play the music because it's gonna get copyrighted. Boop, 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 boop.
This nigga in it though. This nigga.
Hey, it look like Buddy liking it though.
Yeah.
He must have shaved his leg or something. Is that Ash?
So no, he didn't shave. No.
Bruh.
I think she's. I get the joke. I don't know.
Right? Yeah. I'm all for a good joke.
I'm all for a good joke. And especially if that's like his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different if it's like some random dude.
It's probably his best man.
Right.
Yeah.
But once we get to the point that I'm on my knees and I'm about to lick your legs, somebody's like, all right, enough. All right, we got him, y'all. Yeah.
When you spread your legs,
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's when it's over.
Like, come on, young. Like, you my boy. Like, look out for me.
Yeah, man. I see. I probably will ruin the event. You know what I'm saying? I'll feel highly disrespected because I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with the community. I just don't play like that.
I don't play that.
You know
Now,
what I'm
if I win it, I just grabbed it. All right, cool. But I'm doing a little crawl.
Just grabbed it. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why, man.
Nigga knee.
I know.
Hey, grab it.
Go ahead. Talk about the garter.
The garter and the belt.
The
strap.
Bro, now this man licked him from the ankle to the knee, and everybody just laughed. Nah, we've gone too. This joke has gone too far.
That's funny.
Yeah, is that custom? You know what? Like my group of friends or people I've been around, like I haven't gone to peer weddings like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't do it because I got married at the Justice of Peace. But
that's funny. Doing that at Justice of Peace is hilarious. They're like, we got a 11:15 coming on. You
don't have that kind of time at the Justice of Peace because there's a line of folk out there waiting to get married.
Right, so, come on, man.
Move. Yeah, man.
Hey, we got.
I gotta go to parole office.
Dude married us in 7 minutes. And kicked us up out. He didn't even zip his robe all the way up. That joint was halfway.
Whose idea was it?
Huh?
Was it your idea, her idea, or both of you ideas?
It was it was kind of her idea. I was cool with it because we had planned a wedding, and I tell you, if you plan a wedding and you're planning a wedding and you got a whole bunch of time in between the time that you think that y'all gonna get married, from the time I proposed to the time we was gonna be married was gonna be like another year. I mean, almost a year. And it's just too much stuff that can happen in between there. You know what I'm saying? So one day I just happened to be, I lived 3 hours away from her, and I just happened to be up there looking for a job, and her 2:30 canceled, and she was like, "Yo, let's go do it." I was like, "I'm down." She called her homegirls. They showed up at the courthouse, and one of them happened to be a photographer, and there you have it. We got married 19 years ago.
So you saying 7 years of engagement is too long?
Yes. 7 years is way too long.
What do you engage? Like the word engage, like prime to start. What do you engage and not start for 7 years?
Hey, yo, how long it take to be a black belt?
You're not engaged. You are practicing.
You
can get a black belt.
The martial arts.
You get a black belt in 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, for real?
Shit. You taking karate's online.
But you get belts
in karate online. You get that joint in 3 months.
Damn.
Yeah, engagement for 7 years is way too long.
How long was y'all dating before you was engaged for 7 years?
2 months.
That's crazy.
That's a semi commitment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's
instead of you having the pressure of constantly being like, when you gonna propose to me or when you gonna
I already proposed.
Yeah. We halfway there. I mean, I did propose and you said yes, and you got a ring. Now I'm just dragging my feet on the second part of this thing.
You kept asking me, but what you kept asking me was, when are you going to propose? You were not asking me, when are you going to marry me? You asked me, when are you going to propose? Nick, right now, Nick.
That's a definition thing. Hey,
I answered the question.
You did.
You know what I mean? Yo, people be mad when you answer the question.
Right, especially when it's not the answer that they want.
But you are engaged though, right?
Yes. All right, well, this not about me, Pastor.
I got you. I ain't about to say that. We go move that. We go kick that can down the road.
You know what I mean? 7 years. 6.5 is not too long.
way too low.
It's like, nah, but did y'all hear about
That's like-
recently?
That's like Ice Cube and Higher Learning. You know what I'm saying? He was in.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't
was in
trying to
school
graduate.
for like 8 years. Just kind of just chilling on campus.
What was his name? Fudge. But did y'all hear about? It was like this reporter somewhere here in America. It's this white young lady. She was a reporter, TV reporter, news reporter, and she was engaged to a guy for about 3 years, I think, about 3 years or so, and there was cheating and allegations of cheating and infidelity going on and all of that, and she killed herself. And she basically said that he ruined her. She was a bright, budding young star before the prior to engagement, and their engagement, the relationship just dragged her down, and she ended up killing herself when he called it off.
That's it, man. That ain't got nothing to do with the engagement though. That's just her not
Getting what she wanted.
She didn't want it though.
Deeper, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah. She should have. First of all, if he was doing all that, she should have left him before he left her. So that's a self-esteem issue.
Deeper.
Yeah.
Deeper. Yeah.
Appearances, people buckle under that.
See, that's why.
Oh, for sure.
That's why. I say
people get married for appearances.
Like you could have the fairy tale life online. Take all the nice pictures, all the nice angles with all the good filters and all that other stuff, and then be broken as heck coming with, behind closed doors when you're not online. So
in the house fist fighting and like in the house throwing real hands with each other every other day.
But the pictures y'all post make it look like
vacation look crazy. Our Bali looking wonderful.
Facts. Right. Facts. People, man, like grand gestures are great. Whatever. You know what I mean? But like I saw somebody recently that they've got a billboard for the other person, and it's wasting money.
I like grand gestures.
Shout out to the boy Biggs.
Biggs, what up, bro?
3000 checking in on the chat. Conversations with comedians.
Man.
Shout out to Doug, man.
Doug, where you at, baby? I like grand gestures though. I'm a grand gesture kind of guy. You're
a grand gesturer?
Yeah, I am. Flat out. Nigga, Valentine's Day is the competition to me.
But see, all right. But see, you gotta get with someone else who is a grand gesturer, right? Because you can't be doing grand gestures for people expecting that they match or top what you've done. You're supposed to do the grand gesture just because you want to do the grand gesture.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? And like, oh, for my birthday, you ain't do exactly what I did for you. Like,
yes.
Wait.
But see, no. But see, that's what you gotta love the person the way that they want to be loved, right? So me as a grand gesturer, I can't put all my time and money and effort into that if that's not what they like. But vice
but
versa,
you're supposed to know, So
when it's time to celebrate me, nigga,
there's a great book called The 5 Love Languages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like your thing may not be gifts. Your thing may be physical touch or communication or acts of service or words of affirmation, whatever it is, that could be your thing. And as long as they do that in abundance, you will feel like, oh man, it was the greatest thing that they could ever done.
Right. Simple shit like. NFL week 4. All right. So let's pick it up. Yo, so the G-Man 3-1. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? They calling this the NFC Beast right now. NFC East football. I guess it's not back, but
I mean,
niggas got good records. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, Jody Hendricks just jumped in the building, man. It was good, homie.
I am your father.
What's good, Jody? This is perfect timing. Yo, so the G-Men 3-1. I just wanna say a couple things, right?
nigga, 4 games.
No, listen. You know what I mean? First of all, I just want to say that I have my expectations for this season is not. I'm not looking for the playoffs.
Right.
I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to see what they are building, if anything.
Like cohesion.
Because my team has been in turmoil for quite some time, and they've been switching fucking coaches and general managers, and they, fucking people been threatening to break up partnerships and shit to the point where it looked like something is happening there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I just want to say that. And I see my team doing that right now. And they took that L last week to the whack ass Cowboys and shit, right? We hadn't had the score up for that yet because they hadn't played the game yet. But now my team is 3-1. You know what I mean? The Commanders ain't commanding shit but a 1-3 record. That's Doug's team and Brian Beknowin's team. And my man Jody Hendricks. Somebody got echo. Jody Hendricks. 1-3 Panthers. Like it was like early in the third quarter, and I was making this graphic, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and put 1-3 because I know. I know. Yeah, I'll come back to it if I gotta come back to it. But
Look,
let me be proactive and shit.
Our only touchdown was a pick 6 today. Like that offense is abysmal.
Well,
abysmal.
they built that whole offense around Christian McCaffrey, who can't stay on the field.
He hurt. Was he hurt today? Right?
Yeah, he didn't play.
Did he play?
No.
Yeah, I took him out in fantasy. Good.
Yeah. So when you put all your eggs in that basket, and then you don't have no other weapons on that team, it makes it hard. Because I'm gonna make whoever the quarterback is, I'm gonna make him throw the ball because I know you ain't got no running game,
Right.
and you ain't really got no quarterback.
Yes.
Because they don't play defense, so it comes down to they have to be able to stop.
That's a lot of missing pieces. No run game, no pass game, no defense.
Well, no, the defense,
special teams lit.
The defense is decent when the offense can stay on the field. But when you got the defense on the field for 42 minutes in a 60-minute game,
True.
Yeah, man.
Well, you can't really.
That makes it the best defense.
And at what point do you blame the coach?
Oh, that coach sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He came. He bounced from Baylor. He took an opportunity to get that bread, and he's not an NFL guy. He's like Saban. You know what I'm saying? Like Saban is not an NFL guy. Saban is a college dude.
He was almost the Giants coach, Matt Rule. He was almost the New York Giants coach, and then Carolina, in their desperation, that's the dude Khan, right?
Yeah,
the owner, right?
Khan is the
that's
Jaguars.
Yeah. Well, the owner of the Panthers,
David Tepper.
He was desperate, and he gave Matt Rule whatever he wanted, man. They got like new facilities and all this kind of stuff. In addition to the salaries and all of that, I think he brought his whole didn't he bring his college staff with him?
Pretty much his whole staff from
like our offensive coordinator is the offensive coordinator for like LSU.
One of the worst things you can be is desperate.
Yeah, so
desperation will cost you.
They gonna have to ride with him. They gonna have to ride with him for a minute.
I think he coming up, and they didn't renew his contract, so I think he's coming up on.
He coming up on his contract.
Oh, for real? How long? Dang, it's been that long already.
He's been
what, 4 years?
See, we
got a 4-year contract. This is third year.
So
we've had two coaches since then already.
Oh, flat. Fuck. Damn it, man.
What happened, man? You watching the game right now?
Okay, so here's my conundrum, right?
In a
I'm
parlay.
up by 15 right now, right? I'm up by 15 fantasy points. I got Mike Evans and Tom Brady like starting. Right now, it's a great position. So they're down by 21. So they're throwing the ball all over the
Tampa
field.
Bay's down by 21.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 38-17 Kansas City.
Damn.
So they're throwing the ball all over the field.
My fantasy lit.
And it's one of them things. It's like I call it my like catch 22. Is when I got a quarterback and a wide receiver in the same team. So every time Mike Evans gets a catch, Tom Brady gets a point, and vice versa.
Right.
So right now it's worked twice. That Mike Evans has 2 touchdowns and Tom Brady threw both of them. And Mike Evans just had his 3rd touchdown, but he got pass interfered. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna run the ball in for this touchdown. And it's just like, fuck, man, I need to get up.
You was counting on them points.
Yeah.
I need to get up by a lot because the person I'm playing against, right? And it's one of them things with fantasy football that sucks because the nigga didn't even show up to pick his roster.
This the guy. This the guy.
Oh yeah, you talking about last week? Yeah.
This the guy
This
right
the
here.
nigga that had his shit auto picked, and right now he had his shit auto picked, and fucking this. I gotta play against him tomorrow, and he got Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuels playing tomorrow, and I was just like, fuck, I gotta go up by a lot.
That would be the name of my fantasy team, auto pick. Man.
Like he got 2 players. He got 2 players on a Monday night, and I got 1. I got Cam Akers, and I'm just like, oh God, I'm praying he has a good game.
Right.
And so I got to get up by a lot because I know Cooper Kupp gonna get his regardless. They're gonna force feed him the ball, and I'm hoping Deebo Samuels doesn't have a great game because I'm like, fuck. So I need Tom Brady.
I mean,
and Mike Evans to kind of give me like 1 more touchdown.
that's something. I mean, look forward to fantasy because your team is you know what I mean, as far same as the Commanders, 1-3 record.
No, they suck.
The Skins they lose every Sunday. Baby. Niggas is dead. You know what I mean?
Are y'all college football players? Watching? Do y'all watch college as well?
Nah, not really.
Oh no! First of
I'm
all,
gonna start watching it more. That's more for betting.
First of all, if we talk about college football, Maurice, I don't even want to talk to you. Honestly, you take that bullshit you got in your background down. Okay, that's what you can do. You take that and throw that in the trash.
You must be like a Michigan fan or no, Florida State, right? You Florida State.
Listen, no, motherfucker, you owe me a ring.
Oh, you an Alabama fan?
No, you owe me a ring from a bad pass interference call. That wasn't pass interference. That was
weird. Oh, well, let me think. Oh, you talking about the U? You talking about the U 2012? You talking about 2012? When,
2002 when we had y'all.
When Maurice Claret ran it in and dove in and
Maurice Claret.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I watched that game, and as I get older, I look back at it and I say, first of all, we should have blew y'all slap the hell out. When I tell you we got out coached like a mug in that game, Larry Coker was a horrible coach.
Hey yo, did Maurice Claret wear his shirt up like this nigga? What's the running back on Ezekiel Elliott? Yeah, right. He was the first one. He started that shit.
Nah. They were doing that in the 80s.
Started that.
Who did it?
They were doing that in the 80s.
Who was doing? You said Eddie George.
Ray Lewis was.
You go back and look at the U. You look at the U. Yeah. All them cats wore their shirts up like that.
That was the 8, man. What's the black dude?
I mean, it's hot down there. I can see.
Florida State.
I can see that.
Yeah,
the black dude.
Ray Lewis was doing that.
Man, Ray Lewis was doing a lot of shit.
Who's the black dude from Rocky that got killed by the Russian? They used to wear halter tops. Yeah, they used to wear halter tops in the 80s, man. Halter tops and the short
halter tops. Niggas was not wearing halter tops. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was not wearing. They were in the androgynous era with Prince and all that.
With the cut off tanks.
Yeah, with the cut off.
Crush on you.
Had the stomach out.
Oh shit! Hey, yo, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
To he's a hip hop legend in my opinion.
Yeah.
Coolio. Right? He just passed recently. What they say, like cardiac arrest or something like that.
Heart disease.
Yeah.
So if
somebody said he OD'd.
I was looking at a couple of TikToks and they ran down like the last I guess 10 black actors or rappers that died, and like 6 of them had heart disease.
They had the pokey too.
They had the
This pre hokey pokey, man.
Who?
Nate Dogg.
Oh, it's going back. It's going back before pre hokey pokey.
Well, I ain't watched the videos he watched, but I've seen the conversations like this.
I mean, they went down a list of black rappers and actors who died, and most of them had heart disease, man. So that, I mean, it's like we don't go get checkups. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't going to the doctor. We not doing those things. You could be in there having high blood pressure, all that stuff.
Heart racing.
Yeah, man. I mean, the lifestyle, smoking, drinking, all type just high tense situations all the time. Here, there, eating bad, sleeping bad. You know what I mean? All that shit. Yo, P&B Rock, yo, the murderers were arrested. It was a father and son duo and a young lady. A father and son duo. Well, so I'm not clear. Did the father know what was going on?
Yeah.
Or did he instruct the boy to go do this? Or like,
I don't know. I guess we gonna have to wait for the details. But that is a good question. Like, did you tell him to do that, or was y'all just at Roscoe's and your son made a rash decision, thinking that he could just rob the nigga and get out? And your son had to shoot him.
Hop back in the car with mommy and daddy?
Yeah, and that but as your father, what I'm supposed to do in this moment? You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
put your ass out. If I know what you just did, you get out.
Yeah.
Nigga, I call the cops.
Now I'm making you turn it around. Hey, now we not going out like that because it doesn't end well.
Right. He said, we not going out like that. I don't know how you going.
Right.
He was out on the teen who shot P&B Rock was out on parole or probation at the time. He was also wearing an ankle monitor that was apparently not being tracked.
How that work?
Man, niggas be outside.
No, I mean, but how was the police not tracking it?
Niggas be outside. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
do all
niggas
types
be
of stuff, man.
One person they needed to track. That's the one you got that motherfucker off. Ain't that a coincidence?
Right. True.
Man, so it was his stepmother, the young lady who was involved. So, I mean, what kind of? What if
she just ain't snitched?
How would you feel about them if you found out that they told him to do it?
Yeah. I mean, that's different.
That's
so whack because
sad.
I mean, you know, somebody gonna be in there. Somebody's about to catch a bid, and whoever they talk to first is already singing.
Right.
And if they did say that, then you know he in there. He's already on parole. He's already looking at probably a life sentence. I'm singing like a bird.
But they probably talked to her first. Because she's the furthest away from the crime. So they probably trying to get her to tell them everything. Like, we'll let you go home today if you tell us whatever we
Niggas
need.
be thinking they the women the furthest away. Hey, they always assume the woman is the furthest away.
True too.
She might be at the crux of the crime, nigga. You know what I mean?
Shout out to what was the lady? Who was the lady?
Who, Griselda Blanco?
Yeah, what was her nickname?
The Cocaine Queen?
Yeah, something like that.
Yo, your boy AB. Speaking of cocaine, yo, AB out there in Dubai. Did y'all hear about AB in Dubai?
Nah.
Yo, he was in a pool out there in Dubai, and he apparently exposed himself to this young lady here. There's a video, right? He's butt ass naked inside this pool. You know, there's other people in this pool. He butt ass naked. It's like a rooftop pool situation.
That looked like
you know
a
what I mean?
community pool situation.
Yeah, and that's just because it's zoomed in. But he was putting his butt in her face and other things in her face and, you know, splashing her. Splash.
Yo,
in Dubai. I'm telling you, don't
I
play
was,
in Dubai,
I was
nigga.
just about to say,
Don't play in Dubai.
Americans love going outside of America and treating other places like it's America.
Right.
No, everybody don't play that. Shout out Free Brittany Griner. Everybody don't play what we be playing, man.
We talked about a man who smoked weed in America and he had appendicitis when he was in Dubai. When he was getting the surgery, they had to do blood tests, and it came up we had weed in the system, and that nigga got locked up for it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
Don't play in Dubai, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
man.
I don't know how he got home and shit. But yo, he's a wild boy. You know, Tom Brady's going through a lot of shit. Players on the team talking about he seems like he's disinterested and stuff. The people, there are grumblings.
Who cares about Tom Brady? Like
Shit.
he should have stayed. He should have stayed gone.
Yeah.
This nigga AB posted him hugging Tom Brady's wife.
Cause that's the homie.
No. He been talking mad
look
shit
at
about
that looks a
Tom
little
Brady.
bit more endearing than
Giselle's the homie.
Nah, that look a little bit more endearing, but he should
Yeah,
have
that
stayed
look homie,
retired.
that-
But you know what? You know why I think he didn't stay retired? Because he ain't get no claps and cheers at the crib. You talking about 20 years of everybody riding your coattail and putting you on the pedestal and praising
Who's
you.
Brady?
Yeah. And then you get home and you just dad. Ain't no accolades with that. Ain't no shine, ain't no star, ain't none of that. You know what I mean? Like he was retired for what, 6 weeks? 7 weeks?
It was not a long time.
It wasn't even long at all. Like he got home and realized, like, I missed the people. So you're gonna destroy your whole family just because you can't get away from the spotlight.
That's
Honestly, I don't know if he and a lot of men, especially in that position, even know what they have at home because they so engulfed in that,
right?
And they've been doing it since school. They went from school. They've been doing this. And somebody like him in 20 years, he's never sat at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. It's not. I mean, I do agree with the. You know, he's not getting the accolades, and he's just dad. But I've never sat still. I'm always on a flight. I'm always living out of a suitcase. That's just. I'm always on the go. I'm always in the playbook. I don't really know how to function sitting on the couch with the remote.
Right.
I don't know how to be a father.
Yeah.
Really,
or a husband.
Yeah.
Or right. Because now
or anything other than a football player.
And that's it. And I mean, Tom Brady is going to be Troy Aikman.
Well, he was getting.
He divorced his wife after he retired. Really could, you know what I'm saying?
I heard a stat today.
Is it always that though?
I think you're talking about just football players, but maybe professional athletes in general. The divorce rate for them when they retire is 85%.
I believe it.
Like they come home and just because, like y'all was saying, like there is no home life. Like you have to recreate this whole thing, and you feel. And somebody said this years ago. You also got to deal with the fact that people are saying you done, you old, you washed up. This is the end of your career.
Nobody's saying that about Tom Brady.
No, yeah, well, true.
Nobody.
But for most athletes, they saying that, and you're usually between 30 and 40. And in comparison to other careers, that is extremely young.
Not even that. It depends on what position you play, because at quarterback, you don't get touched as much, but you got to think.
You can stretch it.
These cats that are playing safety and running back who take a grunt of the work. You know what I'm saying? Those offensive linemen. You don't see no offensive linemen playing until 40 years old. No.
Right.
So yeah, they're you start to slip and you out your prime at 32. You know what I'm saying? But
you imagine nigga telling you your life is over at 32?
Yeah, somebody telling you, you know what I'm saying? You 32 years old and you get called a veteran.
Nigga, your body is 73.
Yeah, that wear and tear.
Especially if you're a running back.
But you know, I think that but you don't see
Unless
that
it's
much
Frank
in
Gore.
the NBA. You don't see it that much in the NBA. Let's look at LeBron. So if you see LeBron been married almost 19 years, and ain't really seen no scandals about him or anything, you know what I'm saying? So in
got
that
money.
aspect, and he's a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's an active dad. He's in the lives of his children. That's something to be commended.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see him. He don't have a string of baby mamas.
Listen, let me ask you this though: what if his sons did not like sports? How
okay with
involved
that?
would he be in their lives? Like
I think he'd be
they're
really
basketballers, so it's very easy.
Right.
It's-
Imagine
what you
imagine
do
if
is in
you-
the same
imagine
vein
if
as what
you
I
was
do,
LeBron James
so I
and
can
you had
spend the
kids
time
like
doing
Michael
it.
Jordan.
I think if you don't have I think where it comes in is that if you don't place the expectation on your child to fulfill your shoes, I think that is the kind of the out where they can go and they don't have to be great. Like I get people asking me all the time, is my son going to be a speaker? Because I put him in situations where he has to speak and do all
Oh
this
yeah,
other stuff.
he be
I'm
doing
like,
the announcements. I see him
Yeah, I
doing the
saw
welcome
that.
address.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, but that's all strategic though.
Right.
That's all that I do those.
Pastor
I make
and
those
friend.
moves strategically because
That's-
I understand that he's going to be in spaces where he's going to have to speak
Oh, so that is a good skill that most people his age do
that
not
don't
have.
have.
They
Right.
cannot
good.
talk.
So, but what we as
Especially when you tall
parents,
and dark and black.
so we as parents, we just want him to be exceptional and have passion for whatever it is. So I think LeBron would be the same way. Like if his son, if Bryce was a celloist, or
Yeah.
if he was a nuclear scientist and he was at space camp doing all this, I think he would even be more
That's a great
engaged
point.
because it's not basketball.
Because Bryce
What he had a time.
just grew a foot. Like Bryce was like 5'6" last year. Bryce was
Yeah.
not tall up. Bryce just hit his growth spurt. Now he's taller than Bronny. So now, like Bryce just got in the court like last year. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
he
I
built
think-
on the court. He just grew a whole goddamn foot.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just saying. So, but your question was if they wasn't in basketball, would he still be as engaged? And I
I
think
feel like if they was involved in something, then I think that he would be
Yeah,
an active
he would
parent.
be
But
involved.
Sure.
if you got those kids like imagine having those kids that are just fuck ups. You know what I'm saying? Them kids that don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, you have like you laugh.
But you don't
like,
think it's easier? You don't think the fact that they're doing basketball makes it
Oh, no, it's
easier?
absolutely
It make-
easier.
it makes
Yeah,
it way
it's absolutely
easier,
easier.
because it's easy relatable. It's like you're doing what I love, so it's easy to relate.
Like,
But,
I don't have to think about relating.
And you could come to practice with me, and I could spend time with you at
Yeah,
practice.
you can
Absolutely.
spend time with me doing everything. But imagine the celebrities who have kids that are like fuck ups, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Imagine like your kid's a complete fuck up. Like I've always said to myself, right? I've said this: if we gonna give praise to any celebrity kid, we need to give praise to Will Smith's first son, Trey. 'Cause you don't know shit about this nigga. This
That's
nigga
true.
literally is right. Him, you don't hear shit about Eddie Murphy's daughter. You know what I'm
Trey
saying?
That's
Trey
the
has a
disowned
regular
babies.
mom. Trey has a regular mom. Trey be at his mom's house. Trey don't be over there with them.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like you get those celebrities, kids that kind of just like I ain't gonna really do that with my life, but I'm not gonna be out here in the streets.
That's
and be
the
a fuck-
discarded few.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like look at Denzel Washington's son. You know what I'm saying? It was just like we didn't even know he was named Bam.
Nah, he was playing for
watching-
Morehouse. He was playing football for Morehouse.
Yeah,
He was.
played-
Yeah.
he had a couple pro tryouts, and then I started watching Ballers, and it was it's like this nigga look real familiar.
Yeah, like
And then
Oh, you know.
yeah, and then in one of the episodes, he did it. Denzel, he was like, "Oh, okay, all right, you motherfucker." And I was like, "Oh snap, that's his
That's
kid."
when they cut him and shit.
Yeah.
But if you look at somebody like
Act like you could play football.
like David Robinson's son, who was playing football. He went into a whole nother sport. You know what I'm saying? Like
What was he playing? Position?
he was playing safety.
Oh, he must be.
DB.
He was so he's
At
shorter
Penn
than his
State.
father.
He was playing at he was at Penn State.
He ain't have his father's height.
Nah, he ain't had that. Nah. I mean, he was probably 6'1".
A 7-foot
That's
safety.
That's Darren Sharper.
Is crazy.
So I think that when you take the pressure off of you have to feel, and I think that's where Jordan felt at with his kids because everybody was expecting his kids to be just as good as he was,
right?
And he was just different, and they were just average.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you're Michael Jordan's son. You should be able to hoop, and so automatically the expectation came, and then you realize, crazy. Like, bro.
Because what if
a lot of that be the circumstances under which you grew up.
But also, what if he got his basketball skills from his mama?
And Maurice,
like my mama ain't Michael Jordan, nigga. Like what?
Huh?
The fact that you said average, them niggas were garbage, bro.
Right.
Michael Jordan's son couldn't even start at a non-basketball school. I think that nigga played for like Wake Forest.
Well, now Wake Forest is a basketball school though. Then I think he transferred to Illinois. I think
you know Wake Forest for football.
I think Wake Forest.
Yeah, Wake Forest is a basketball. Tim Duncan, Chris Paul, Jeff Teague.
Oh, okay. So yeah, but he didn't even start in college basketball, and it's like 800 teams in college basketball, and you couldn't find one of them bitches to start for. Like,
somebody had to give him some burn, though. You know what I'm saying? I think he ended up ultimately at the University of Central Florida. I think he transferred. He finished out his career at the University of Central Florida. And but just the expectation. Your dad is considered the greatest dude that ever played a sport. Those are some big shoes to fill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I choose not to follow in that footsteps, and I'm gonna go and be great at something else. So I won't have that comparison all the time. Like your dad averaged, your dad at 37 averaged, 32 points a game. You at 19 is averaging 2.
You know what? You know what? You want to know one of
those free throws.
One of the biggest disappointments. You guys remember Kellen Winslow Sr., the tight end?
Senior or junior?
His senior, and then his son, as good as he was, as talented as he was a complete fuck up about 3 years into his NFL career. Like his second year,
at the U though, it just went unnoticed.
But listen, his second year, he remember his second year, and I tell people this all the time. Kellen Winslow Jr. and Ben Roethlisberger are the reason why they have that shit in their contract where they're not allowed to ride ATVs, motorcycles, jet skis, dune buggies, because both these idiots tore their ACL. Ben Roethlisberger tore his ACL.
And Jason Williams. You remember Jason Williams out of Duke? That's the commentator on ESPN.
Oh yeah, he got into a crazy accident.
Yeah, he was. That's why he was on that motorcycle and ruined his whole career on that motorcycle.
Yeah. I remember he was telling a story about that.
Imagine being a fuck up like that. Like some of these kids out here just really just like.
But to Boone's question, he was like, "Do you think LeBron would still be invested in his kids?" I think he would. Yeah. Because technically, Bronny is also a junior. They just call him Bronny, but he's a junior. And I think LeBron said it on his show, The Shop, but he's like, man, I regret like naming him Bronny because I didn't want to put that pressure on him and make him feel like he gotta be me. So I think he always kind of a little more invested in whatever Bronny was doing to make him feel like I love you regardless. Like you don't have to play basketball.
Your moms ain't smashing no teammate. She'll never be me.
But that's real talk. That's why I didn't name my son Junior. Exactly why I didn't name him Junior.
You could be like George Foreman, man. All them Georges.
Yeah, everybody. I got a friend.
Ain't none of them fighting.
She got 2-3 kids, and they all named after the father. I ain't gonna say the name. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know y'all name. But they all, and they not. It's a girl. It's a boy. And I can't remember the baby's name. But
the girl, it's like an Etta.
Yeah.
You smoking a pipe?
Oh yeah.
This nigga Mr. Magoo.
Go ahead, I'm sophisticated.
Yo, real quick, last thing before we go to our main topic, we got Jay Julian in the background. So Soldier Boy, Soldier Boy, the first nigga to do everything, right? He's dating legend Teddy Riley's daughter, and Teddy Riley recently was saying like, "Yo, they had a reality show relationship, and it was exposed that it's pretty much like toxic relationship, and it's kind of abusive, probably mutually abusive. But as a father, I don't give a fuck if it's mutual or not, nigga. Like,
Right.
So apparently he said that in the interview that he and Soulja Boy got into it, and he still owes an apology. So how you feel about that? How you feel about having to intervene in your daughter's relationship and continually?
Right.
Like I'm only gonna do it. I'm only gonna do it a couple of times.
A couple of times. You mean like two?
Like two.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm only gonna do it twice. I'm gonna do it the first time, and we're gonna sit up and we're gonna have a talk, and we're gonna see where where it goes. The second time, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna get you. We're gonna have this talk again. The third time, I'm not saying anything because what you're choosing to do, you're choosing to be in this whacked out abusive relationship.
Right.
And so I don't care what he's offering, what he's doing. And if you don't value yourself enough to say and listen to your father who you didn't see beat your mama, then you gotta say, like there's something going on deeper than that
ain't got nothing to do with
yourself. Yeah.
So I've told all my nieces, I gave them this nice little quote: "Don't have me come black a nigga eye that you gonna put ice on later."
For sure.
Yeah.
Straight up. Sure. If you gonna put ice on it later, I'm not pulling up just for you to make honestly, it's like the old school rule. You know what? You don't tell your family about your hard shit in your relationship until you're ready to dump that person, because you'll forgive that person. We won't.
Right.
You can't expect us to sit here and have casual Christmas dinner knowing that a year ago this nigga bust you in your mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
Nigga blacks your eye. Now you want to invite him to Easter dinner. No, that's not how that works. So until
some marble cake.
Hey, if you're not ready for us to hate this person and keep your relationship private. So if this man is putting his hands on you and you're not ready to leave him, then you best just keep it quiet. Cause if I pull up and I got to put hands on him, I might put hands on you too.
Yeah, the third time, everybody's getting their ass whooped.
Yeah,
everybody.
Because it's never like at a convenient time. You always gotta stop what you're doing, or you gotta get out the bed.
You ain't never right. You just it ain't like you just came from the gym and you got
I'm just out and about.
You already
or you just came from the gun range. You just happen to be. You didn't know to empty some clips in the Target, and now you get that call. No, it's always at a.
No, it's always. It's always right after you took a shower. You just popped out
in the bed, comfortable. Right. You like, damn, he hit you. Like,
just lit the candle.
Man, I gotta get young. If I have to get up,
like
I hate them. That's that sentence right there. If I have to get up, that means you better fix it. Because if I show up, everybody gonna be mad. You better figure it out, guys.
Yeah. Like you.
You know what? Here's the thing. I wouldn't say anything to him. I'm gonna come over here.
The third time.
Yeah. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna get your stuff, and this tells me that you do not want to be in this relationship anymore. Period.
Right.
I come back the second time. Now I'm gonna have something to say to him. But I'm not gonna come sideways because it's like you allow this.
I don't know, man. Because I feel
you know what I'm saying? Like you allow this. Now my conversation with him would be, so this makes you tough that you can fight women, that you beat women, and then and then my question would be, So I guess you seen your dad beat your mom, so to make you think this was okay, or
Well, see,
you
Maurice,
seen some
you
cat
gotta
beat
say
your
something to
sister.
him.
Huh?
You gotta say something to him, because now when you leave, they're gonna get into an argument and he's gonna be like, see, your bitch ass daddy do not to say nothing.
See,
to
and
me.
that's all I was just about to say,
Like,
Jody.
he
I was
gonna
just
say
about to
something like
say
that, bro.
I was
Hey,
just about
now
to
he,
say that.
now he,
Your father.
listen, Maurice, now he pulling your man car.
Right,
But it's
yeah,
okay.
Call your punk ass
think-
daddy.
Hold
He ain't
on,
say
see.
shit when he
Right.
got here.
I'm a
Hey,
big
And guess
ass
what I'm gonna
nigga.
be? I'm gonna be her punk ass daddy too,
You
right?
better than me.
Because
'Cause I ain't
I gotta look at the bigger picture. I gotta look at the bigger picture, because if it goes sideways, you know what I mean, one of us is
that
going
nigga
to
gonna go
jail.
sideways.
One of us is going to jail. So I'm not gonna get caught up in your words or your emotions. But the stuff that I'm gonna say to you is gonna have you so heated, because it's learned behavior.
Well,
You
we
know,
But you
we
know
talked
what,
about
though?
an incident where the young lady called her two brothers to come save her because the dude was hitting her, and when they got there, they ended
popped
up
both
getting
of them.
killed.
He shot both of them.
He shot both
Yeah.
of them, man.
Yeah.
And that's
you
why,
know
like,
what, though?
I don't know, like, women, y'all need to think about
Yeah.
y'all need to really think about this. Like, I think a lot of women think that because it's their brother, or it's because that's their father or associate or family member, that they're automatically gonna win.
Yeah,
Right,
like
listen,
because you are
boom.
their superhero.
Ben, boom. I've been saying this shit for years. I say two things. First of all, do you know how many times that a man's downfall will be a stupid ass woman, right? That'll be a lot
It's
of
in the
men's
Bible.
downfall behind women. And second of all, women always talk about how I like a man that's tall. I like a man that's a protector. I say keep going out there getting them fucking Vin Rames, the
Right.
rocks, that's niggas, and then
Slinging you all
find
around. Yeah.
Hey, it's all funny games. You know what I'm saying? It's all funny games when you dating The Rock until you can't find nobody to whoop this nigga's ass.
Right. This
Y'all
nigga
women,
now he
Right,
laying
when-
a smackdown on your whole
When he started
family.
roid raging,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like she ain't sweet no more. When you know what I'm saying? When you can't find nobody to whoop his
Fucking
ass, not everything.
Texas
Shit ain't sweet
tornado.
no more. It ain't funny no more, is it? Yeah, you don't want to find that 6'5" nigga that's benching 500 pounds at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Or that nigga that used to play football, that ex-pro baller who's 6'9",
yeah, yo,
and he went
coming
from
in and
playing
slamming you in the
basketball to a
television.
bodybuilder.
Right.
Now you
Now I
can't
gotta
find
see
nobody
this
to whoop this nigga's ass.
Right. Now
See, so
I gotta
that's
see
why
this.
that's
I'm
why
like,
I
he
would
broke
say,
the
like,
TV.
you expect me to come and fight him. I'm not. I'm coming to take you out the situation.
Like, why you ain't
Nah,
fighting? Yeah.
see, yo, that look, women in general will volunteer your services.
That yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause
In
my
general.
brother be like yo.
Yeah,
Have y'all seen-
he gonna whoop your ass. Like, I don't even know this nigga. I don't even know why y'all arguing.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, you might be wrong.
Yeah,
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
It happens to you.
that's the worst
Listen.
part. Yo.
Listen,
If
my sister got into an argument with a nigga. It's like, if I call my brother come over here, he gonna shut all this down. He gonna air this whole bitch out.
He
I'm
gonna
like,
shoot
first of all-
everybody.
First of all, no, we
So now
not.
they preparing.
Hey, that's not in the Florida statute or state of limitations and all that other good shit. I just can't come over here waving the gun around. I'm not going to jail. You know what I'm saying? That's not how this works. All right, that's not how this works. So
two, if I was
got
dating
a
a woman
TikTok
that
I'm
did
trying
that,
to find that has this that's about this.
nigga, if I was dating a woman that did that, I might have hit you in the mouth too.
Yo, Yatoya, shout out to Yatoya. She said, I don't even got a brother, but my cousin will come. Yo, like, I mean, as he should, you know, the first time. But
Right, but
like, understand, you're putting your family, friends, or associates in harm's way, man.
Right.
Anything can happen. What if they both punch
like
each other
that
at the same
story.
time and knock each other out and shit?
hey, what like seriously, what if that worst case scenario, you call your brothers over there and oh boy up the blink and pop both your brothers?
Yeah,
Right.
because I
Like,
heard you.
How do you look at
I heard
at
you
your
make the phone
family?
call.
How
right.
do you look at your family and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they dead because you couldn't leave this nigga alone. Like, that's a lot to carry.
Yeah.
and
I'm
bear
about, to
on
I'm
yourself.
about to put this video in the chat. I don't know if you're gonna be able to.
That's real.
If
So
you're
now
gonna be able to.
you gotta explain that to your mom. Like you got your
Yeah.
mom's children killed because you couldn't control your attitude.
Right, you got to tell your nieces and nephews they ain't got no daddy.
like
They ain't
that's
got
crazy.
that's a lot. That's a lot to bear. So like, let's not.
Hey,
let's
I
I
just sent
want
you.
no. I don't want
I
no
just sent it in
coochie
the
that's
chat.
so good you kill over it.
Oh yeah, no. I don't want that. You keep that to yourself, shorty.
You know what I
Niggas
mean?
out here looking crazy. Niggas getting beat up, teeth all missing and shit. Nah.
Oh.
But at the same time, nigga, we talking about father and daughter.
I'm not gonna fight you though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna
No.
I'm not gonna fight you. Right.
Father, I don't know. I might have to ride for my baby, man.
Y'all need to look at the video
Hey,
I just
Maurice.
posted in the chat.
Hey, Maurice. See, that's the type of nigga that get shot.
Yeah, off the break. Like we ain't arguing.
Hey, he catching a hot one, bro. Ain't no square up. You gotta catch a hot one, bro.
Bro. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight this in court, bro.
Did you see when she said he's like, how'd you grab your butt? And she was like, he grabbed it like this.
Like this. Like, that's crazy. Like, what was you doing that he grabbed your whole butt like that? Is the real question. Why is your butt out? I told you not to wear the pants in the first place.
Yeah, why you even brought it with you? You should have left that shit home. Like,
Right.
you know what? This sounded like a lot of your fault to me.
If you would do what I said, we wouldn't even have these problems.
Didn't I tell you sit your ass down?
Now look at you. Now look at you. Butt grabbed and everything.
That one right there, babe.
Which one?
This one.
Body catcher, slaughter gang soul.
He the one that tried to grab my ass.
Like where? Like what?
He was like,
Ain't no regular F-150.
I told him I was going to get my husband to come in here and whip his ass.
Well, why?
Go.
No capper, street nigga, not a rapper.
I'm trying to figure out what happened.
He grabbed my
To a booty clapper, Smith and Wesson, a folk hair gang.
and I said, I'm going to get my husband to come in here and beat your ass. So go
How
do
would you tell him
it.
that though?
Because you can fight.
That bitch, he's the West End. I heard Poppy outside, and he got the double R.
I'm shooting this thing.
Boom.
Stop.
You scared.
Real Poppy outside. I'ma try this shit and have these pussy dropping like some motherfuckers.
I'll give you copyright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy,
man, that's
hey,
ridiculous,
buddy
man.
gotta get popped, bro.
Yeah, I'm not playing that game, man.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, man. So you want to be with this nigga?
Right.
It's funny.
Yo, but the thing is, like, women really be putting their men in that situation. You looking like, do you not see what's happening, sweetheart?
His
Like,
nigga,
do you
yo,
not
he
see
kicked
this-
and then he
This
kicked
nigga.
and then he
kicked
kicked.
and then
right, and never put his foot on the ground.
Yeah.
Like that's the dexterity.
Like, do you not understand what's happening?
He gonna smack both of us.
Right,
There's
and now
another
what?
one That
They
she
gonna
in the
grab
car
my
and
ass.
She going all off, right? And she's like, "Yeah, we go come over there and mess you up." And he like, "Who you talking to?" And he's like, and she like, "Yeah, my man." He like, "I'm down. Who we about to pull up on?" And then she like, C-Rock or something like that. He like, C-Rock. You mean my man that just got out of prison? He's like the OG. She's like, yeah, that's who I'm talking. He was like, but nah, I don't want to fight him. Like, what you talking
Yeah,
about?
man, come on, don't be volunteering my services, man.
don't do that.
I hate that
It's not-
shit.
no, listen,
He'll
I seen
move that
another
couch like what?
Hey, I
Oh,
seen
yeah.
one.
That is a pet
Let me
peeve.
see.
I seen one that it was reversed. Boy was in the gym. He said, "I was babe. She's staring at my gray sweat shorts." And she was, "I'm gonna go kick her ass." And then you turn around the corner, and it's this big bulky bodybuilding bitch. And she was like,
Them
baby, you
bees.
should put on some better shorts. And he was like, "Oh no,
No.
no, you gotta go over there and handle that. I would have did it for you."
Go defend my honor, nigga.
Yo, every now and then you gotta go out. You gotta wear the short, the gray pants, yo.
Let them know.
Every now and then, or you gotta wear the slim fits. You know what I'm saying? So
The Nike tracer suit.
the straight legs. You know what I'm saying?
They
Every now
want
and then,
me.
You know what I'm saying? Little pocket protectors.
Put that thing on display. Hey,
Hey, now and then.
hot commodity.
Yo, women really be looking.
Absolutely.
Talking about they look at your shoes. Hey,
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
they ain't looking at your shoes.
You're a
They-
liar.
I
You don't
be-
even know
I
what
be-
shoes I got on.
I'd be the first one to wear a pair of gray sweatpants and be like, "I'm not a piece of meat." First of all,
Yeah, my eyes are up here.
My
Eyes are up here. Thank you very much. My eyes are up here.
You know what I mean? Just because
I wear
don't
these to be comfortable, not to be
Right.
objectified.
Yeah.
Trash.
I feel like a sucker saying that shit.
Hey, but it's gotta sound good, boom. I don't want you to believe me for real. I just want this shit to sound good.
They
coming out
they
my
know.
mouth.
They know.
Cause she gotta hear the bull. Like it don't sound like BS when she said, but when I say it, now you see how it sounds.
Don't you hear it? No.
Yeah.
Yo, main topic. What we focus on expands. Yo, I got the one and only J Julian checking in, man. What's good?
Hey, what up, Wop?
What's up? What's up?
What's happening?
My man.
We caught him while he was meditating. You know what I'm saying? J Julian, what's good, man?
Chilling,
You
man.
you always have a grounded perspective. You know what I'm saying? You know, we get a little loose on this show, but you always bring us back to you know, you ground us. You always hold men accountable. You say, yo, we gotta change. We gotta show. We gotta be the change we want to see. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
a fact.
right. You know what I mean? Yo, real quick, tell us about My Brother's Keeper.
My Brother's Keeper is a emotional, mental, spiritual support group for men. We focus on accountability, self-development, and just allowing men to share their experiences and create a brotherhood that helps us become the best version of ourselves.
Word up, though. The hiking trip got rained out.
Yeah, we got rained out. I was cool with it, but we had a bunch of kids coming, so I was like, I'm not trying to have them out there hiking in the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like so, but we got a bunch of other great events coming in next few months, so we're looking forward to that.
Word up, Brian B. Noah say he trying to hike.
I didn't say that at all, but I do need to hit. Well, I do need to hit one of y'all events though. I do need to slide through and see what y'all talking about.
So I this topic came up because I saw a young lady on social media earlier this week, right? And she brought up the word accountability, and she said, you know, as we're closing out 2022, accountability needs to be one of the words left in 2022. And she directly focused on men, saying that, yo, there's too many men using the word accountability, not knowing what it means. They're just pointing the finger at women and not being accountable for what they do, and a lot of stuff that I didn't want to read. So so I just responded like, listen, you know, there are a lot of men who are doing the right things in our community, man. There's a lot, and what you focus on expands, right? You know, I even likened it to the algorithm. Like, yo, if you keep, she was talking about comment sections. Dudes are toxic in the comment sections. The algorithm gives you what you give it. So if you commenting in those comment sections, it's going to give you more comment sections to comment in.
Right.
That are just like the comment section that you commented in.
Exactly.
So you feel like all your interactions with men are negative is because you focus on negative men. Or negative situations, right? You have to. There's so many people out here doing the right thing that it's kind of like when people say, "Yo, ain't no real hip hop out." Nigga, like, yo, it's the internet.
Plenty.
Like,
Yeah.
like you just not looking, like, right? So that's why my brother's keeper is here, because he keeps my brother.
Pause.
Yeah. But when we talk about accountability, and one thing I always hear women say is like, men don't hold other men accountable, and it's like, yo, I think women get holding other men accountable conflated with forcing the nigga to behave a certain way. Like I can actually puppeteer this nigga and make him do something.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, nah, I can tell him, I can stop fucking with him. Like, I mean, first of all, I gotta know about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, Boone. They really be under the impression that we be telling each other everything that we do. We don't even know what niggas be doing outside of what's up. Did you watch the game? What you trying to drink? You know what I'm saying? Like,
niggas don't even be knowing niggas' names.
Dog, I have no idea what Yellow Jesus' real name is. We'd have been out. We have traveled. We have stayed in the same hotel room. I have no idea what this nigga's real name is.
Yo, you're like it be like friends like Max B. Like I know 10 the Silver Surfer, the Boss Dawn, Bigger Belly. Like you know what I'm saying, but I still don't know his government name. You know,
that nigga told me to call him this, and that's what I'm gonna call him.
Word. That's what everybody else calls him. Shit. Right, but I just want to highlight, you know, I want to talk about that. Like, one example, I remember a long time ago, I had a conversation with a young lady, and she was talking about how men out here, there aren't any role models out here, or you know, men stepping out to just do extraordinary things. And I'm like, yo, how are you driving past all these little league football, baseball, basketball games, and making that comment?
Right.
Like people are coming off of work to interact with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Ain't getting paid. They spending their own money. You know, and I think things like that get overlooked.
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember when I was in elementary school, I was playing baseball and flag football at the rec center across the street from me. The rec center is owned by the city. The city would not give this man enough money to transport us to the games. Mm-hmm. So he was just putting us in his car, like 5-6 kids at a time, just taking 6 kids to the game, driving back to pick the rest up at the rec center, and just going back and forth until he got all the kids to the game. And then at the end of the game, he did the same thing to get us all home because the city wasn't putting no bread up. Nobody parents was coming out, but he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna make sure my kids is playing." You know what I'm saying? So like to Boone's point,
my
like
kids is playing.
You can't look. You can't.
They ain't learning, but they playing. I'm just
nah. But like to Boone's point, like you can't overlook that. It's just not shiny. Like men like that is not. They're not putting on like no show. Or
that's the point. When you say extraordinary, being a coach is not extraordinary to people if they don't understand all of the time, effort, resources that go into being a coach, even the sacrifices, having to leave your family to go coach some kids that's not yours. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of people, you know, it's hard for them to appreciate something when they really don't do anything themselves to even be able to place value on that.
Because it's just more extra.
It's just extraordinary to them. Like you just a regular, like it's not extraordinary, it's just extraordinary. You just regular stuff, everyday stuff.
Like, well, you were just saying.
I think that I think really too that is that people that appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like there are those that see the hard work that goes into the coaching, that goes into the sacrifice, and especially somebody that's like, I'm glad that you're doing this because of, you know, so you'll have that more times than not, especially like since I've been around, my son's 17, and I coached for up until last year, and you'd be amazed at how many people came up and be like, hey, you know, I appreciate you coaching my son, and you know, thank you for coaching because then the thing is if you're a good coach or if you're an available male, the thing is that the league will start asking you to coach. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like because they see that you interact well with the kids, the parents like you. The kids are having fun, they're winning, whatever it is. Now you get asked to coach, and so I think that you know you start getting the appreciation from from that aspect. But you know, if you go in looking for it, if you go into it looking for it, you're gonna miss what you're actually there for. So, like my son played. He just played in this basketball league. Just finished up today, and everybody was asking me, was I coaching? And I'm like, nah, I'm just being a parent. I'm chilling on the sideline. And the coaches did a great job at coaching them. They ended up winning the little championship tonight. And it was like, okay, cool. And I ain't have to do anything but sit on the sideline and be a parent. But sometimes the situation didn't calls for me to be able to sit on the sideline. Sometimes I had to be in and engage with whatever I was doing, because not only did my son need me out there, all these other kids needed to see me out there. So, you know, I think, like I tell y'all all the time, that we're all successful that's on here, and they need to see y'all. They need to see us in spaces. They need to see us in spaces that they normally don't see us at, representing.
Well, another aspect is I hear a lot more men in our community talking about seeking therapy, right? Would you say that's a form of accountability?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
A form of accountability.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's one of the. I think if you don't have and I ain't gonna call everybody a therapist, but if you don't have a group of people that are reliable, that help you process through some of the thoughts and some of the things that go on in your head, you're in a dangerous place. And because whatever your therapy is, you could have an actual therapist that you pay, or you could have a group of guys like we have here, where if any one of y'all hollered at me outside of this or even on here, I'm gonna make the time to hear what you got to say, because I understand the importance of being able to have somebody that's non-judgmental in what you're presenting.
The group of guys, yo. It's important to have the group of guys. I think like it's important for every man to have a group of guys.
Absolutely.
Joe.
Yeah.
Like we're pack animals.
You need that table of wise counsel. Like, hey man, this going on, that's going on. Because also men's advice can be a lot, or usually is a lot more abrasive than women's advice. And sometimes you just need that abrasion. Like, for a nigga, that's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a woman may not always give you that. Like, sometimes you just need to get that quick, like, shut down, and you know what I'm saying, somebody tell you about yourself so you can move on. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman try to like sugarcoat it and make you feel like she'll give you the sympathy, and then you start riding that. And sometimes like, nah, you don't need no sympathy. You just need to get up.
You need some NEMPATHY. God damn it.
I think the importance about having a tribe or a group of men that are willing to counsel you is the understanding that they're also going to ride with you, right?
Yeah.
If a woman gives you great advice, it's just like, all right, cool. I still got to go out and do this by myself. When your brothers, your father, your uncles, your coaches, whoever, when you have that masculine energy behind you, it's like, all right, I know I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? And if this don't go the right way, they with me. They got my back. That's different. It gives you a different type of motivation, a different type of inspiration to understand, like, yo, I got a whole tribe, I got an army behind me, opposed to, I got this woman, you know what I'm saying, that's just giving me, this type of information that may be useful, but it's still me doing it by myself. That's a lot of weight to carry.
Yeah, so as you said that reminded me that I saw like a man in the weight room, like him and this girl, like, yeah, you can pick that up, babe, but if I need a spotter, shorty, like, you can't, like, I'm done. You know, if I gotta rely on you. Yeah. Versus if me and my brothers here, if I need a spotter, I know they can pick this thing up. But if me and you, sweetheart, these ribs is gone, man. Like this, that's it.
First of all, if you're in the gym with your brothers, I'm gonna look at the weight and ask you, what the hell is you doing?
Yeah.
Born that motherfucker.
Yeah, boy, stop that.
You say he got like 5 plates on each side, and you literally like,
You
need
need
so
6.
I can't help get this off of you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna spot you 2 plates off this mug, cause boy, you don't lost your damn mind.
But struggle putting the plates on there. You pick up the single plate. You about to live 10? All right.
So what you said, it just sounds like it's like what you said. You know what I'm saying? You expand what you hear, and all she hears is negativity, and whatever dudes that she got around her, keep using the word accountability wrong. So now you mad at all men for using the word accountability wrong. And I can understand, you know what I'm saying, your frustration, because it's something that everybody needs, not just men, it's women too. Women, honestly, I think women need more damn accountability than men do. Boy, you talk about some gaslight narcissist right there.
Accountability is not pH balanced.
What is
right?
But like, I think a lot of women, because it's like, girl, if you mad at men for using the word accountability wrong, then why don't you stop dealing with men who use the word accountability wrong? Get yourself away from people who use the word wrong. But you don't. You stand those present and you get yourself mad, and then you start blasting men, talking about there's no good men. It's like I sit here right now. I was brother Jay right here. You know what I'm saying? I helping black men. Maurice up here. He got a kickboxing thing. He coaching his son's basketball team. He going to his son's school and talking to other kids. You know what I'm saying? We got my girl Kalisha, who got a Hello Black Man podcast dedicated to the mental health of black men. We've sat here and Doug holds black men accountable all the damn time. So it's like, if you want to see black men holding other men accountable, you just got to open your eyes and look around you. You do it all the time.
You know what? Oh, go ahead.
And like I said, as far as dudes holding other dudes accountable, we'd be the first ones to tell our homeboys mean shit. I had a homeboy, right, that used to do all kind of crazy shit. He cheat on his wife and do all kind of shit. He come over to the house, and I'd look at him, and I told him several times, one, right, don't get mad when she do that shit back. Like, you can come over here, you can talk about it, but I'm gonna tell you here today, I'm not giving your black ass no sympathy when she cheat back. And I showed up, she did. That nigga called her little 3 months, and she cheated on that nigga. And it was just like, what you expect, bro?
Yeah, but who she cheat with?
See?
Some nigga that she met when she was at the car wash.
See?
Car wash niggas.
This nigga shirt wet, and you haven't.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen. When a nigga
platinum wash niggas.
Hey, boom. And when a nigga told me this, I was like, "Don't you usually wash your car? See what happened when your black ass go to jail? She had to do it herself."
I am the father.
Wow, see?
Yeah.
Yo, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't take out the trash, another nigga will.
Right.
You know, all that shit. Yo, it's like, you ever had a woman say, last nigga I was with used to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
the nigga you broke up with?
Like, we need to go find that nigga. Like, what the fuck?
This nigga sounds amazing.
Like, yeah, like, you need help? Like,
hey, he got a sister?
Right. But
it's in the family.
I was gonna say, to the point of the algorithm, like, shout out my mother Doug not here tonight, but y'all see me and Doug get into that all the time. Who are you following? Like, like you always say black women do this, that, and the third. The black women on my timeline don't do that. So you got to figure out what you clicking on, who are you following, like what have you allowed yourself to dive into.
Bro, I mean, I got a unicorn timeline, because you like the shit I be saying is not on your timeline.
Nah, it don't. When they be sending me, when they send stuff to the group chat, that be my first time. Dang, I ain't know this existed.
God damn.
I do not be knowing what's going on. The women over here on this side don't act like that. That's
okay, so who do you have to follow? You gotta follow like Mary and
it's not that. You gotta follow regular women. You gotta follow regular women.
Listen, right?
A lot of
If
niggas
you-
spend too much time following
Them
the IG joints, and you just start
away from
falling
that,
down
bro.
that rabbit hole.
Every
like,
time I
bro.
open the NEMPATHY account, nigga, you know what I'm saying? The stories is just ass,
Bruh.
ass.
I'm gonna tell you what you gotta follow, right? You gotta follow these simp ass niggas on Instagram. When they be sitting here, they jump on their podium, and they bash black men. And you see the ratchet ghetto-ness in these comments. Like, yes, I've been saying this about men. You'll be surprised how much content I get. You know what I'm saying? How many ideas I get from these simp ass niggas.
Them niggas
You know
that
what
wear
I'm saying?
thong sandals.
Yeah.
Hey, chill on our Caribbean brothers, man. They just,
Hey,
I'm talking about American niggas that wear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Caribbean. I don't wear no thong sandals.
That's because you've been Americanized, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I seen this post, right? And I swear to God, I'm gonna find it and send it to you. This dude, and I'm not one to be like niggas ugly, but nigga is butt fucking ugly. You look like you got pubic hair on your face. You got the Kevin Durant fade. Your shit nappy as fuck. Your teeth yellowed in the mug. You know what I'm saying? Your shit crooked. You ever seen rocks at the bottom of a waterfall? That's what these niggas' joints look like. And then you sitting on Instagram and you bashing men. You have nothing nice to say about black men. And I'm just like, nigga, what are you simping your way into some pussy because you can't get it on your own? Like, why do you have to
that
say
shit don't be. I mean, it might work. It's like it might work one time.
But
It's
you know
gotta
what I'm
be
saying?
working because you keep doing it. You always talk about, oh, a man don't do this, a man don't do that.
It might have worked
It
one time.
It gets you a lot of likes.
Yeah.
It gets you a lot of attention and shit.
It gets you a lot of social media attention.
Yeah.
And so this one
It
girl,
might
she
get you
was
to
doing,
choose one time.
listen, she was doing a live, right? And she was on there. They were talking about the Nia Long situation with her husband or her fiance or whatever, right? And she was doing a live.
7 years.
Right? I asked her, I was like, hey, please bring me on your live because I got some pushback. And so she brought me on the live and she was like, so here we go. We got this. You got another man defending another man wrongdoing. I'm like, first of all, no. I said, you
I'm about
already
to
got
say.
me. Say, I'm not defending him.
First of all, hello, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not
It's a
defending
beautiful
him.
day.
First of all, I say my point is this, right? You're sitting here saying this. How do we not know that Nia Long is not a piece of shit behind closed doors?
Facts.
I say that's the one thing I can't stand. We will sit here and criticize a man for stuff.
But we say, but we can't justify. Like, I don't give a fuck how bad anyone is. I'm not an advocate of cheating.
Right.
Like,
I'm not.
you,
I'm not saying cheating.
Yeah,
right.
we don't.
The cheat,
we don't have to
the
be
cheating
together.
part, he dead wrong. And you want a man to hold another man accountable as a man? I'm telling you, him cheating is dead ass wrong. There's nothing right about him cheating. But all I'm saying is, you sit here criticizing this man's character. Have you ever thought about some of these women are just shitty women?
A lot of these women are.
A lot of these women are shit. Like I've said it before, a lot of these women on a girlfriend scale think they're 8, 9, 10s.
That's why they don't like each other. How many times you heard a woman say, I don't hang out with other girls? You don't hear niggas say that?
I got this old lady at my job. She's older. She's like in her 60s, right? She's an OG. She always sees me. She's always nice. And she say, hey, handsome. And I'll be like, Miss Jones, drop some wisdom on me today. I say, she always dropping wisdom on me. And she said, you know what? You know why women don't like other women? I was like, what's that? Because they understand other women.
Yeah.
And I was like, woo.
Because they know what you're doing. Girl, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Hey, yeah. So every time I go to my corporate office, I go up there and holler at Miss Jones. She drop a piece
Cross my
of
leg
wisdom
just
on me.
like that.
You know what I'm saying? She comes to me. She be like, you know what? She's always, as a woman, as a black woman, and I've raised 4 kids and got 3 grandkids, and I've been married for a long time. She's like, I am not afraid to say women are the stupidest things to walk this earth. She's like, I look back at my youth and I tell you right now, I done some dumb shit. She's like, the man I am married to for the last 30 years of my life, I probably almost ran this man off 3 times over some stupid stuff.
3 times that she know about.
Huh?
Yeah, that she know
3
about.
times that she know about.
But you know what?
This nigga got fed up.
You know what, bro? You know what, B? At least she's woman enough to admit that she understands that she.
Women do that. Women do.
4th time.
Women do. It's not till they hit
That's
about
when she
50,
admitted
60,
it. You know
like, once they get like 50,
1, 2, 3, oh, that's enough.
She's
like,
mature
all right,
enough.
Yeah, all right.
They've been in it for 30 years.
I might have been wilding that
That's
day.
just fuck up. That's one fuck up each decade. We ain't got too many decades left. That's why she know now. Like I gotta chill.
That's a great boom.
Yeah, he about to get his pension.
You only
She
get
like, yeah, I gotta
7, 8
relax.
decades.
Oh, the pension. Oh.
Jay Stockton, man.
So Jay Julian, right? Like you know how to make women agree with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's the beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta have a beard, yo.
It's the wisdom.
You gotta have that
It's
shit.
the length. You gotta have the length in it. It's the wisdom and the length.
So what do you when you hear women say men don't hold other men accountable, or what do you think, or in your experience, what do you think women want to see when they say hold other men accountable? Like, what does it look like to them?
So I think what BRYANBEKNOWIN said earlier is probably the closest thing to what they're expecting is for us to force our beliefs on other men or force them to act a certain type of way. And when I have these conversations, I consistently communicate to women that we can't hold people accountable to beliefs and values that they don't even agree with, right? Mm-hmm. So that's first and foremost. Just me trying to check another man on his behavior or his beliefs or his values or whatever the case may be, it's not going to be anything if that's not what he's built on.
Yeah, that nigga just don't care. Like, niggas don't care. You're not supposed to have a gun, nigga. I got a gun. Yeah, niggas don't care. You're not supposed to sell crack. I'm selling crack.
He's sitting right under the gun-free zone sign and shit.
Yeah, like nigga, I don't care. Nigga, one of the most prolific lines from the Dark Knight movie was when Alfred was like, "Some men just want to watch the world burn."
Facts. And my thing is, community comes before correction or criticism. If we don't have no relationship, you can't check me on nothing. You can't hold me accountable for nothing because I don't know you. I don't know if you care about me. I don't care about whether you care about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't have we don't have a relationship. So that's first and foremost. I think for me, I don't check people publicly. It's always private. You know what I'm saying? So when women see things and they're like, "Oh, you didn't say something," blah blah blah. It's like because I don't need to do it.
That's not how
in
men
order
do it.
For you to see it because that's all ego. That's me trying to flex and me trying to make him look like less of a man in front of everybody else. No, I'm truly about his personal growth and well-being. So I'm gonna talk to him privately. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, when it comes to what women expect, it's all about them, you know, kind of just manipulating our behavior and getting the results that they want to get. Because they don't check women, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't hold. So it goes both ways.
First of all, brother Jay, you do not want to get me started about women checking other women. Because listen, let's just say I've infiltrated some group chats, and I was like, I said, y'all bitches better never say talk about checking by the man.
How did you do this?
Because it's Jody with an I. That's how you got it.
This is Jody
with an I. Listen. And it was one of them things. Me and my homeboy was sitting around like, we got to get in one of these female group chats one day. So you know, after I came over and dropped off the full package, I brought over the Outback, the Good D. You know what I'm saying? And a little something to drink. Man, that's
drugged
gave her some grease.
She done unlocked the iPhone, and I'm sitting here sifting through the group chat like, and I'm sitting here looking like, boy, y'all hoes is trash.
That's fellas. Oh my fellas watching at home.
Don't ever look through a girl phone looking for some nigga name. Boy, look through that.
The group chat, nigga. Forget the IG DMs, the text, nigga. Look in that group chat.
Go into them DMs, but look through that group chat.
Y'all got too much time on y'all hands. Cats. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that kind of time to be scrolling.
I'm about to tell you.
I know.
Hey, ain't nothing good in them phones, bro.
It's not.
Right.
Hey, looking at women's phone. You tripping?
Hey, Maurice. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Brian had nothing else to do.
Oh nah.
They had to go to work tomorrow. I had nothing else to do.
That's the group. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what you see in her phone right here. Offerings.
Hey, boom. I had a group chat with some of my friends from college. I just so happened to be the only dude. So they got in. They were talking about a nigga, and they said, "Hold up, Brian is here." They stopped and made a separate group chat because they started sending their pics around. Like, please. Matter of fact, thank you for not sending that
because it's one of us.
Hey, I don't want to know my brothers like that. That's fine. You keep that over there. You know?
They take it. Yo, girls, man.
Yo, fellas.
The day I looked at a young girl, a lady when I was a fucking child myself. I'm looking at. I'm like, you ain't shit too.
Yeah.
Like
that's why you like the nigga.
It's not sugar and spice and everything nice. It's like you ain't shit.
That's why you find comfort over here.
Real talk. That is like 80% of like the stuff I say on my podcast, and these females be so mad. I was like, first of all, females be trying to touch. Females be so quick to be like, men ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit either, right? And then be talking about women are so smarter than men. And I'm like, if y'all so smart, then why you stayed in that shitty relationship with this nigga for 5 years? This nigga wasted 5 years of your prime time life.
Prime time.
Like, girl, if he ain't made it to your local radio station by the age of like 25, that nigga is not gonna make it, bro.
This nigga ain't on 88 hip hop. This nigga ain't in the test bin yet.
Nigga, you can walk right at 88.
Listen, if this nigga hasn't at least made it to the G League by like 23, 24, that nigga hoop dreams are fucking over.
They done.
And let's not get me started on football.
Well, basketball and things like that have a very finite window.
Right.
There are other things where it's like, like 2 Chainz was 30 something.
Man, nigga ain't 2 Chainz.
No, I'm saying he wasn't. When he changed from 2 Chainz, Titty Boy to 2 Chainz.
Niggas what Titty Boy, nigga. Serge, put them packages on the back of that UPS truck and move on.
Have some pride, boy. Drop that Amazon package off and have some pride. Listen, steady, slow income
to the single mothers.
Have some pride.
Have some pride and put them Listen, take a picture of my goddamn package and put it on my doorstep. Listen, my granddaddy always told me, steady, slow income is better than no income. Okay.
Yeah.
He said, place my package peacefully with pride. Partner.
Yeah, put my package on my porch with pride, boy. Come on now. I don't know how niggas be. Nigga, you cannot be stunting and be broke. Nigga, I never work at McDonald's. I tell you what, in 2 weeks, that nigga at McDonald's gonna get a paycheck.
That's the only people that stunt. It's broke people.
And if you get in management, you can do 65, 70,000.
Yeah, you get a little job.
Not even that, like, bro.
But it's too much. You give up too much time.
Nah.
Bro, you get to the right spot, bro.
They want you to have a degree to work at McDonald's now. It's crazy out here.
Yo, so all right, hold up. So I just want to ask this, in the spirit of accountability, think if you guys had instances in your life where you were like, yo, I'm focusing on the wrong things, or like maybe say like in relationships, you think she's doing this wrong, she's doing that wrong, without really paying attention to all the shit that she's doing right. You know what I'm saying? Or possessions.
Is that accountability though, or is that just, not? Is that appreciation?
Well, I mean, being accountable for not appreciating.
Yeah.
I mean, it can
being accountable for your framework.
Yeah, like how you were thinking at that time. Like, damn, like. My mind, like I lost a good one. I was fucked up. I was tripping.
Right. Yeah,
or possessions, like some people focus on what they don't have and not looking at look at all the shit you got, man.
Right.
Nigga, like you know what people say, yo, if a hungry person looked in your refrigerator, nigga, like you know what I'm saying, they'll make a smorgasbord out this bitch, like. You know what I mean? You looking at it like ain't nothing in there.
It was Shannon Sharp. You know, he always talking about his grandmother, right?
They grew up in a room. Nigga.
Yeah, like in a
with
shanty.
a front door and shit.
Yeah. So he was like, grandma, like, what do you wish? And she was like, I wish.
Ooh, Pat Mahomes, three touchdowns, 249. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
She's like, I wish it would rain. God would make it rain as hard as He could, and I don't get wet, because they grew up in like a shed, which is like a piece of tin on
tin
top.
roof.
Yeah, and every time it rained, they got wet. So she wanted just to be in a place where it could rain and she wouldn't have to worry about getting wet and her stuff getting wet. And that's part of the reason what motivated Shannon to be as great as he was, because he was like, I gotta get my grandmother out of that.
I won't put you in the basement.
That shit. This nigga sick, boy.
To answer your question, Boone. I talked about it on the show. You know what I'm saying? I just realized like everything in my life, like I just never could like really focus on nothing. So I told you I cut out the 3 S's: sex, snacks.
How long? How long you cut the sex out?
I did like a 90-day cleanse, and it was not easy. Like I stopped drinking sodas. Like
voluntary or involuntary?
No, voluntary. That's why it was so damn hard. It was voluntary.
So you saying women throughout the 90 days, you had box offerings?
Yeah.
It's possible. I ain't saying it's impossible. I'm just trying to,
It's very possible.
Right. And you know what though, and this is what I'm saying, right? Like I said, I don't like get all spiritual and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this is like I felt like God was definitely testing me on this one, because I made a problem. I'm like, for the next 90 days, I'm strict. Like I'm on it because I need to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah?
So I started.
Wait.
That's when it get hard.
He said for the next, I'm straight for the next 90 days. next 90 days. Them other days.
Like for the next 90 days, I'm gonna be on my shit. So I was like, go to the gym at least 4 to 5 times a week and work out at least 2 hours. Right? I am going to drink nothing but water. I'm cutting out junk food. Like if I get hungry, I need to eat an apple or something.
I ain't drinking nothing.
You know what I'm saying? And like I'm like no sex. Like leave these chicks alone, right? So I'm good, right? Like the first 2 weeks were hard, right? But after you get into a groove, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
Inky
Knocking
Johnson,
that rust off, boy. Oh my god.
Yeah, Inky Johnson said it only takes like 7 days to make something a habit. So it was like I made it
7 days.
No, 21
I heard it was
days.
21.
21 days make a habit.
Yeah.
21
days
days
make a habit.
is a lifestyle.
Yeah, so like for the first
that first 7 days to just knock the edge off.
Yeah. So for the first like 2.5 weeks, I was rough. But after that, I hit a stride. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I got to the point where it was like, man, please, I'm walking around. I'm one of those niggas you see with that little gallon, that big ass gallon of water, and I'm just knocking this thing back.
That's when your body starts asking for that shit.
Yeah. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Like we getting water.
Yeah, I'm good. Right? I say, bro, we was by day 70 and some change in. And one of my favorites, man, hit my line. And I was like, man. And then she hit my line. She said she was gonna come through. I ain't gotta come to you, gonna come to me. And I'm sitting here looking like this ain't nothing. But
that's because you was posting that shit. You can't be posting you drinking a gallon of water, nigga.
Hey, I'm sitting here looking like this. Hey, this is either the devil trying to get me, and this God testing me. One of the two. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make the man proud. I said I had to turn it down, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it hurt me to my heart. You know, look, I'm on this little journey right now. I'm trying to trying to fly the right path right now. So I'm gonna have to decline on this offer. And she was like, "You sure?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." You know, I go take a shower. You know what I'm saying? Got a little cool shower in. Bro, she did me so dirty, bro. I look at my phone. I seen 3 images in the video. I said, "Man, I ain't even gonna look at it." Nope.
See,
I was just
she's
nope.
dirty.
She
You
did
just
me.
told her I'm on a journey. She said, "Forget all that. That ain't
Yeah, they
who
be
you
trying to test you.
with, man. Shorty
They don't be
to
trying to
real
test
with
you. They
bro.
just don't care.
Right.
They're not moving at the same spot that you're trying to move
They
to. I was
want
just sharing that with some
control
people the other
over
day.
you.
Like, you know, you got to get in circles and spaces where people are moving the same way that you're moving. That way, the journey and the battle and the fight is not as hard. But
Right.
if you get with some cats and you're around folk that's still doing the same old thing and you're trying to break away, that's gonna be
Like, nigga, we still
difficult.
fucking
Old
these
habits,
hoes.
you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Even when you find your strive, it's still hard.
Yeah, you trying to go on the fast and niggas punishing wings everywhere. You like,
Yeah.
Bruh. No, hey, no cap, bro. I messed
Niggas
on it,
offering, you want some wings?
I rolled past my favorite gas station, and they had them Cubans on press, boy.
Yeah, ready.
But they had them Cubans on press, and I was like, damn. And yeah, man, it was a journey. You know what I'm saying? But like Maurice said a couple weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? When I finished that journey, I felt like the phoenix rising from the ashes. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I had tore down an old little version of me and got something better.
Yeah.
And it's like, what best way than to burn it and then come out of those ashes? You know what I'm saying?
You can't renew it's baptism by fire. You know what I'm saying? Like you can renew, rejuvenate, revitalize. You know what I'm saying? Women out here getting their vaginas revitalized out here, man.
So was I born again virgin?
A born again version.
Now, in order for that process to happen, you have to accept, receive.
It's a whole nother thing.
It's a whole process. You know,
hold on, I'm the authority on this rejuvenation shit.
Don't give me access to that.
You want to live again? Right. Come to me.
Professional has spoken.
Nah, but so that, you know, we still going around the room. Like, have you ever had? I guess it's kind of like a lack of foresight, right?
Yeah.
I thought I saw something, and I wasn't really looking long term, or I didn't see the big picture.
I think a lot of it, you know, it's just rooted in our inability to understand that we don't know what we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So hindsight, we can say, all right, I was wrong, I made a mistake, or I had a good thing, or whatever the case may be. You know, but when you're in it, you're still dealing with whatever it is you're dealing with that creates the blinders that, you know, kind of blurs reality. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to, you know, attract whatever lifestyle you're trying to, you know, achieve. So I think that that's just human. You know what I mean? We're all growing. We're all healing. We're all, you know, trying to become the better version of ourselves. So we're all going to miss out on, you know, opportunities, or, you know, see things that may not be what they are, or see things as they are, you know, even though they may not be what it actually is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of illusions, matrix, all that, whatever, however you want to frame it. I just think that's human. So I think when it comes to us as men, it's not really about whether or not, you know, we're perfect in the moment. It's about how we respond to the new information that we receive. That allows us to grow and become the better version of ourselves. If we receive that new information and we, you know, reject it, then that's not holding ourselves accountable. And that's kind of, you know, operating on a lower frequency that allows you to continue to make the same mistakes. But
Let me
once you get that information and you make better decisions, then that's just life. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to operate as a mature, human being and as a man.
So let me ask you this, Jay Julian. I agree that there are a lot of things about the modern manhood that are and can be and should be improvements on, past, manhood, or what we thought manhood was, or what the ideal was in generations past. But do you think what are some things that you think should never change
about manhood?
Yes.
What I think should never change about manhood is the fact that men throughout all of history have always put themselves in a position to do whatever was needed in order to benefit their family, their spouses, their tribe. That's what's been consistent throughout all of history for men. There's never been a consistent man. Whether we're going from hunters and gatherers to men working in factories to where we are, like, we've always adapted to the times and done whatever was needed in order for us to protect and provide and become men that's going to be able to, create the type of reality or community that we want for our loved ones. That shouldn't change, right? But that comes with flexibility. That comes with the ability to, adjust with the times. So for me, servant leadership is a part of manhood and masculinity. Understanding that if you're going to be the head of the household, or if you're going to be a man, you're going to be a leader, then your job is to pour into the people you are responsible for. Anything other than that, I don't really agree with, the hyper masculine version of manliness. I don't think that's the hyper masculine version of manliness is we're here to be served. We're not here to serve others. So it's I'm the man in the house, feed me, serve me, rub my feet, you know what I'm saying? Listen to me, follow me, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, real leaders lead. Real leaders inspire people to follow them. Real leaders, if you serve people enough, they will follow you. They will run through walls for you because you serve them. You add value to their life. That's what leadership is. Leadership isn't, I'm a man, I got the title, therefore you must automatically follow me by default. And that's where we're running short in this modern version of masculinity, is where a lot of men just want to be followed by default.
Is it possible to, like, you think you're serving someone, but they're just using you, or what you're doing for them?
But that's where
it's kind of like you're aiding them in their lethargy, like
so
that.
Here's the thing: when it comes to leadership, your primary goal for leadership is to empower people to be self-reliant. So if you have to continually serve people in a manner where you're enabling them to not be independent, then you're not an effective leader. Therefore, that's why some people feel used.
Right.
Then that means you don't even understand leadership. My children, you can walk, all right, there's where the food is at. You hungry? You need to eat. Don't come asking me. I'm going to teach you how to make your lunch, your breakfast, your whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, I'm going to guide you along your way, in an age appropriate way, so that you can become self-reliant throughout your stages in life. Same thing. If you got a woman, I'm going to empower you to be great at whatever it is that you're supposed to do, so that you don't have to be reliant upon me. I don't believe in this construct that we have to live and die for other people. No, we're here to guide. We're here to empower, to educate. You know what I'm saying? To have the foresight to say, boom, this is what's about to come in the next 10, 20 years. AI is coming. Augmented reality is coming. NFTs is blowing up. Like, all right, we got the information. I'm going to empower you so that you are prepared for what's coming in the next few years. If I'm not here, y'all are self-reliant. If you're not a leader, like Jim Collins has built to last and Good to Great, like it's a million different books on leadership. Leadership is being able to empower people to take over when you're not there. If you have to be there, then you're not being an effective leader.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So Boone, you asked a good
question. There's so many ways we can go with that, but I mean, I feel you on that. What was you gonna say, Brian? You know,
I was gonna say, Boone, you asked a good question, and like, what are some things that modern masculinity should keep from the past? And it made me think of it's completely off topic, but good men should be dangerous men.
Say angry?
No,
Dangerous.
Good men should be dangerous men.
Okay.
Like we get into the space of modern masculinity, like men shouldn't do this, but they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't, like, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get rid of all guns. They don't want boys fighting this, then and there. It's like, no.
Trying to take the competition out of niggas.
Yeah, but good men should be able to do these things, and they should be able to do these things efficiently. Because if and when bad men that we've been talking about this whole time, or men that don't want to do, that just want to do whatever they want to do, or men that just want to watch the world burn,
my nails.
Good men need to be able to protect their family, their tribe, and innocent people from these bad men. You know what I'm saying? But if you raising a generation of dudes, oh, you seen the other joint? Yeah. If you raising a generation of dudes, you're like, no, men shouldn't do this, and everything masculine is toxic. Like, no, because you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna run into somebody who don't care about nothing that you said, and all the men that you have chosen to be your leaders can't stop him. So now, what are y'all left with?
I would say that an old school thing is men being protectors.
Yeah.
I will definitely agree to that, because sometimes I watch it, you know what I'm saying? We got the internet, and you know what I'm saying? In this day and age, we have all these hyper independent women, you know what I'm saying? And and you have these hyper independent women end up raising these confused ass boys, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up all my life with no daddy, talking about I can do it all by myself. So basically now you got grown men out there with the attitude of a bad bitch. And you don't really have a man in
with
your
muscles
house.
and shit.
Yeah, listen, I will tell you this today, right? I will say Safari from Love and Hip Hop is the perfect example.
Oh man,
you know, bad bitches.
Ain't no masculine energy over there.
So I'm saying Safari is the perfect example.
Nicki Minaj got all the masculine energy in that relationship.
They not in a relationship.
You know what? After watching Safari on Love and Hip Hop, I finally realized why she treated that nigga the way she treated him. It's like, nah, it makes sense. Safari.
Remember he got robbed? When he got robbed and he came to the radio station, he was like,
What?
Yeah.
I think
that was his whole energy.
I think that there's a certain level of like there's a certain level of toughness that society is trying to take out of these boys, and I actually want to do a show on that, because honestly, I think the phrase toxic masculinity is bullshit. You're gonna have to start and raise a bunch of pussies.
Well, hold up, Jody. Let me push back on that for a second. I think you're right, but at the same time, the other side of the coin is there's a level of aggression or like violence that they expect. Like you're not a man unless you whooping niggas ass. Like, you know, like you gotta smack niggas or else I won't follow you. Like.
But you have to be able to smack a nigga like that. At the end of the day, at a certain point, at the end of the day, you got to be ready to throw hands anywhere. Because, like I said, these
ready to throw hands and connecting. are two different things, my nigga.
Nah,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
you need that. You need that too.
I just need to know that you're ready, like you're ready and like you're willing.
Nah, I need.
Well,
you to
I
be-
think that
I need you to
over,
be
over time,
proficient.
though, you know what I mean? Like we have to get beyond that. Even going back to our earlier conversation about if I got to go get my daughter, I'm not fighting you. You know what I mean? Like even now, I'm not gonna fight you because I gotta show you there's a different way that men handle conflict resolution, and everything is not violent. Everything is not physical. Everything we have to be able to sit down like men and talk. Because if we are getting into this masculinity thing, and you think I think you punked me or I punked you, and we not gonna get nowhere.
How much of that you punked me, I punked you is women? Like I can't go around my woman. Like after what you just said to me in front of them, I can't unless I do something.
But hold
I
up,
can't go home and
to
just like,
Jay Julian's point, that's why a lot of men, him and a lot of other men, like I'm gonna correct you in private because if I say this in front of everybody, now you feel like you gotta defend yourself.
Yeah, that's real shit.
You got gas, and people gonna gas it up.
It's a combination because we all know, like, one of the first things you learned as a child, especially in the neighborhoods that we grew up in, is if somebody punk you, then everybody gonna think they can punk you, right? So it ain't even about, you know, trying to flex in front of women. It's like my whole reputation is based on me being able to defend myself or to inflict harm if needed. You know what I'm saying? So I believe I'm in the middle of Brian B. Knowing and Ball. I personally do think that, you know, a part of handling conflict comes with, you know, being able to de-escalate situations and understanding conflict resolution and so forth and so on. But to Brian B. Knowing's point, some people, all they understand is violence. And if that's all they understand, then you need to be ready and prepared to deal with their language. You know what I'm saying? But also, I'm a big advocate of being steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? So for a lot of people, they might only speak violence, but if I show up with 100 niggas, they don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have to fight now because we understand, like, it's 100 other men who understand that you just violated a code. You just violated a principle or something that we, you know, hold dear to our heart as a community that we're not going to accept. And if you don't deal with the consequences, then you got to deal with these 100 men. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
Jay Julian about to build the new nation of Islam and shit.
But no,
hey, they powerful. But it's not even the nation of Islam. Like any empire in the world, that's how they operate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna get into the, you know, where war comes in, but they don't even need to start wars. You know what I'm saying? For conflicts. Wars aren't started for conflict. Wars are started for profit. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different conversation. But to end it or end my portion,
my thesis.
I think that at the end of the day, we got to understand that in conflict resolution and in understanding the art of war or the language of violence, that people are violent as a last resort. Some of the scariest people use violence first. So if you already know they scary, you can speak to their fear.
I know, we know what we mean by scary. When you say scary, me and niggas that's scared. Other people that scared, I'm scared of him.
No,
but we talking about that's a scary ass nigga. Like,
they're using their aggression as
the worst nigga. Scary nigga?
Yeah, no, that's the most dangerous man. Is the man who needs to use his aggressiveness as a defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? To prove that he's willing to go there, even though he's scared to go there. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to be very cautious and aware of, you know, who people are. You know what I'm saying? So that you can speak to them in a language that they, you know, can understand.
The tribe is very important because sometimes men get surrounded by women. Sometimes men get surrounded by other men with no guidance, so they just a bunch of lost niggas. Sometimes, you know, guys just get around guys who, like, we all had guidance, but we were guided the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of us were guided the right way, and just our interpretation of what we were told is all fucked up, and we're misrepresenting who told it to us.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga, that old man said some real shit. That he ain't say smack her. You did that shit, nigga. You know what? Like, you know
That's
what I'm
not what he meant.
Yeah, that's you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? All that rapidy rap shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This doo-wop nigga said,
Right.
control her. You know
Control
what I'm
her.
saying?
That's like, yeah. That's good.
Shit.
But to Jay's point about the 100 niggas, right? And I think we touched on this earlier, about how women be wanting us to check other men. Like, these niggas be doing this stuff to us and y'all don't say nothing. Nigga, I don't know what he doing. That's why he don't say that in the council of the 100 men, because he knows somebody's going to check him on that. Niggas don't be telling us what they be doing.
Niggas don't be bragging about that.
Yeah, like, I don't
Like,
know what I think we talk about, but it's not that. Because niggas would be excommunicated.
Yeah, like that's what you be doing.
Yeah, like what?
And then
like
like if you know, if a guy came out and said that's what he does, and other niggas be chilling with him extra heavy after that, that's because that's what they be doing.
Right, yeah. Now all y'all do that, right?
You know, that's what they be doing. And shit.
All y'all be raping. All y'all niggas wild. All y'all sexually assaulting young niggas.
Right. But ain't nothing worse than not knowing. I'm gonna tell you, I've been around niggas, right, that I roll with heavy, and I didn't know they was beating their girls, yo.
Yeah.
I ain't know that shit. And you know, the main reason I didn't know is because it wasn't their girls. It was several women, and it was always someone different. So I ain't never see their ass again.
Right.
To for them to make the complaint.
Verify, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I started hearing shit, I'm like, damn. And then I started seeing it, like, what the fuck? Like, damn. You know? And so I fell back.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you want me to beat this nigga up? Like, do I do I get the cheeks?
Yeah. So I got a friend, young lady. She wanted to date this nigga, right? I said, before they even started, I said, hey, don't talk to him. She went behind my back, talked to the nigga anyway.
Yeah.
Years later, oh, this nigga did this and this nigga did that. You ain't, what you gonna do? I told you.
Right.
Don't talk to the nigga. That was my initial protection. Don't talk to him. I didn't know that this was going to happen. And two, I don't know what really happened. I wasn't there. And three, I know you, shorty. You ain't,
nah, you don't know me.
Innocent. You're not an innocent, sweet, calm, quiet, cuddly person. Not to justify if he did that or not. But what I'm saying is, I know that you have the ability to ignite a situation. So it's not fair.
You're a match striker
to put all the blame on somebody when I know you be starting stuff.
Yeah, them the females that want to cry victim. It's like, this nigga put his hands on me. You're not gonna talk about how you spit on that nigga and put your face
like you're wilding.
You did one of them right here. Like you and this man face doing this right here and spitting on this man. Like, come on.
Now, just to wrap it up, because you know I got you guys overtime, right? But you brought it up, right? You brought it up that oftentimes when men express these things, express these scenarios and situations, you know, women are like, they don't. It's like it doesn't have any credence to them. It's like you're just talking, you know, like, or you're just trying to get out of the situation.
You should just be doing. Yeah, you should just be doing what I said.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, nigga.
To the point where when we have venues like this, where, you know, because like I said, it came from a conversation where a woman was saying that men don't hold men accountable, and I'm like, yo, we do. Every week we hold each other accountable.
Tune in.
You know what I'm saying? And I got my man, my brother's keeper. His whole platform is like, you know, holding us accountable because we the foundation, and if we're right, if we are right, everything has no choice but to be right. You know what I'm saying? That. So, what the fuck are you looking at? And she was like, you know, I do be in chats, commenting, like, nah. And it's not to come down on the sister. It's just to say that, it's just like when people they say
come down on them. No, they want to be equal. You want to be equal,
but I think you know, I think the manosphere has done that enough.
True,
right? Like we got to redirect it in some way, shape, or form. We got to redirect it. I ain't saying not hold women accountable. I'm just saying we got to package that shit a certain way.
Oh, you know, I definitely be on that. Like, nigga, if you get on your square, nigga, you complain about these women. Why is she there? Leader,
but I don't think that I don't think that we should package it in a fashion that we are perfect.
No.
Like I'm this. Other men should do this. Like all you could do is fail. All you could that's what the Nation of Islam did. That's what Martin did. That's what all our leaders did. It's like, yo, I'm the example of, and all you could do is fail because you're human. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it has to be the ideal or the principle, not the person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, you gotta have some fun.
Say again, Jody.
Oh, go ahead, Joe. I said at the end of the day, all that don't mean shit if you got somebody that don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard a dude say that, you know what I'm saying, women jump on all these soapboxes, and it's like 98% of the time, dear women, as a man, if I had to tell you something, motherfucker, we don't want you to obey, we want you to listen. A comedian had a joke, and it was the funniest shit. Bitch, if I say duck, I'm not telling you to duck because I own you, bitch. I'm telling you to duck because I sense danger. Now you shot. Now I gotta take you to the hospital, and the whole weekend ruined because you didn't want to listen and duck. And it's
you didn't protect her.
Yeah, but it's like, but it's so true though. It's so true. Women
want you to get shot. It's like they don't want nothing that changes their life. You got to get shot. You got to get jumped.
Catch the pepper, all the pepper shit from the side, all the peppering.
Nigga look like Swiss cheese.
All the paprika, nothing like paprika. They call that nigga Pappy.
That's what real men do.
Right? Yeah, that's what real men do.
Real men would take that shot.
Man. First of all, no, a real man would shoot back.
Right.
Listen. Hey, I remember one time, right? We was in my corporate office and we was having a meeting. They was talking about an active shooter. What happens if you confront an active shooter? I was like, well, shit, shoot that motherfucker back, though. I don't understand why that's not even an option.
We have to render him inactive.
Right, yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? I got to turn that nigga off.
Hey, they hit us with the, you guys do know you're not supposed to have any firearms in your trucks, right? I was like,
in my truck.
Shit.
Nigga, that was a lead. That was a lead on question. Like,
they tried.
Yeah. Like, what would you do if I shoot him with my? Oh, so you got guns?
Huh?
Nah, my lyrical gun.
Right.
My handgun right here.
My handgun.
Yo, man, shout out to y'all brothers. 100 episodes of NEMPATHY, right? No sympathy, no empathy for y'all if you are the source of your fucking problems, it's all NEMPATHY, man. Over here, it's like the black no ma'am.
Yeah,
Remember that Al Bundy shit? Al Bundy, no ma'am.
Yeah.
Man,
I was gonna go to sleep, man, but I was like, I gotta hop on 100 episode. It's been crazy out here the last week.
Yo, I'm coming down there, bro. I'm on my after this. I'm hopping on the highway.
like right now.
Yeah, I'm going down to Florida.
Oh wow.
To help some of these people, man. It's been, some real shit. It's been like over 70 people that lost their lives to that storm, man.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it's in Fort Myers. The thing about it was it's in Fort Myers, and the problem is that because and I've been saying this for a while, you know what I'm saying? We got all these people moving to Florida, and Florida keep clearing out all these lands, and it's just y'all dummies keep buying these nice ass houses for cheap. Where the fuck you think they're building these houses at?
Yeah, and the parts that we as Floridians know not to go.
It's cheap for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's just like this, right? I tell people all the time. I say, let me ask you a question, right? If you see a pond, right, and the pond has mangroves, right? You know what kind of water grows in a mangrove? Salt water. How the fuck you thought that salt water got there?
That's a very Florida. Yeah.
It's a type of tree.
Okay. I figured it was something green.
They only grow in salt.
Okay.
Yeah, mangroves only grow in salt water, right? And they attract. It got a certain smell to it, like mangrove. Like it's like a marshmallow.
Manly
it's
around
salty,
that
like
joint.
a salty marshmallow. It has a certain smell to it, and it's like you people keep buying these apartment complexes with fucking mangrove ponds. It's like that means that is salt water. That means that water is connected to a river, man, somewhere that goes out.
Niggas live in mangrove heights.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the name of the complex.
They keep building these apartment complexes and these house developments in these mangroves, and guess what happened when it rained? It flooded like hell. And so that's the biggest issue you finna see right now.
I'm coming down there to handle these flood, man. I'm telling you, it's not pretty, yo.
Boom.
I got a dirty job.
You come down here, when you come down here, you're gonna see. You're gonna be like especially like the Mayak and Arcadia and all those places, bro. We had the same thing happen in New Orleans. Like they don't really want to talk about it, but that damn levee broke and flooded out.
They popped the levee, nigga. They popped it. It didn't break.
They broke it.
Yeah.
That's a different podcast right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's a hot mess. And listen, if it was a black neighborhood, I'd probably agree with you. But nah, they got these good old suburban white neighborhoods that got flooded out, and I was like, that's just
talking about
bad.
Florida or talking about New Orleans?
They don't care. They don't care.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, land is land out this motherfucker.
Land is land.
I need you to get about
Profit is profit. Yeah, they don't care about. Hey, listen.
Okay.
They family don't live over there.
Right.
Hey,
what about y'all lying? I think I seen a walrus. Y'all seen that video? It was a walrus like flopping down the street.
Oh shit!
I didn't see no walrus.
Niggas they had crocodiles in their living rooms.
First of all, okay, the crocodile and the shark thing is absolutely true. What happens is once those waters get high enough, the crocodiles
shark in somebody's house.
It was a crocodile. It was an alligator in somebody's house, and there was a shark out in the middle of the road because the water pushed up to the road. So the sharks. But here's the thing, right? I see that video of the walrus, right? And a person who posted it, I flat out like, bitch, why you lying? Florida has a lot of animals. We do not have walruses and seals.
That's
walrus. That shit came from the zoo, nigga.
Nigga, the tornado bored the jump.
Yeah, where that shit?
Up in the jump, just
nigga, that Sea World shit.
No, the thing is though, you seen that video like 3 years ago. That was
So where did it come from? That's right.
The video was shot in Chile. The country of Chile. And if you look at Chile,
I'm
it's
hungry
like
right now.
Argentina, and it's also like walruses and seals need cold. They live in cold water, bruh.
Okay.
Florida ain't got no cold water. 80%, like what? 40% of our coast is the Gulf of Mexico.
You're right.
And that
You're so
warm-ass
right about
bathroom,
that.
bro.
Yeah, like you don't even like this water.
Right.
You don't even like this water. So no, that walrus is not in Florida. I don't know why people keep trying to say, look what happened in Florida because of the hurricane. I was like, bro, that's a 3,000-pound walrus. I'm pretty sure he didn't get blew away by a damn hurricane. To be honest
I
with you, bro.
mean, it be lifting cars, nigga.
Hey,
Floridian
climate
niggas,
change, bro.
Right.
Florida niggas y'all learn marine biology in kindergarten and shit.
They have to. That shit is for survival. Like,
Yeah.
get bit.
Hey,
yo, word up! I was in Miami.
Like, I'm telling
Jackson chameleons, motherfucking iguanas, and salamanders and shit just run. They just like,
yeah,
they all at the same time. They be
Listen.
like, you know what I'm saying, and then they be out and shit.
Listen,
It's like they look like Baltimore rats. Like,
if you come to Florida, you really want to learn your zoology real quick because that shit will save your life. Like,
Absolutely.
first of all, if you want to catch an iguana, that's fine. Leave the fucking monitor lizards alone. They're poisonous.
nah, when they be freezing, they be telling y'all to eat them shits. When it be
first of all,
cold, they be falling out the tree and shit.
Yeah, no, you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat iguanas. They leave that shit for those super duper island people, bro. That's not.
Oh, you talking about the gullet nigga? Oh, you
that shit
racist?
The Geechee nigga.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, don't eat the iguanas. Leave the monitor lizards alone. If you see something at the beach that looks like a trash bag but it's gooey, leave it alone. It's a jellyfish. It's gonna sting you. Do not pick up
not a jellyfish.
Woo!
Do not pick up stingrays. Like, no, that's a no. In all honesty, one of the biggest things I see people at the beach, you're really not supposed to be afoot beaches barefoot, bro. You're supposed to have on water shoes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The stingrays be like at the bottom of the sand. And when I tell you, you ain't felt pain.
You stepping on them.
Jumping with the big
You
dog.
ain't got hit with the stingrays up. If it's at a beach or a pool, don't swim in it. Don't swim in the lake. And if you swim in, don't wear jewelry.
Do I want to visit?
Right, nigga. Florida sounds very dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Florida,
we got
it's sounding like Australia right now.
Yeah,
man. It's like pre-Australia. You sure you
Yeah.
want to Australia? Go
it's
here
this-
first.
It's the stage you gotta beat before you get to Australia.
Yeah.
It's not easy because if the animals don't kill you, the gang will.
I'm about to say you didn't even get to the
Oh
niggas
shit!
yet.
Hell yeah! In the humans, nigga. You know, fuck. Is it good? They ain't got no spray for them niggas. A human spray.
Mace.
Listen,
a human raid trap.
Pellet.
Nah, hey. Them niggas.
They ain't got a human motel. Like a little human motel and shit.
Like a
go
roach.
ahead, eat this shit.
Bro,
put that shit. Put it behind the toilet.
Go home. It is really real out here, bro. These Floridian niggas alone, but they're really from the islands. They really not trying to get deported.
This nigga got the hurricane.
Clap at the cops and haul ass, bro. They are really not trying to get deported.
This nigga signal the hurricane winds.
Yeah. It's real out here, bro.
Yo, Jay Julian, shout out your social media, where they can find you with your next event, your book coming out, all that. Where you, with the type of pick you use in your beard, all that shit.
All that good shit. That's a whole different infomercial.
Yeah, you gotta sell that. You gotta
I
sell
got
that.
oils, combs, all that. It's I just woke up, so it ain't looking how it's supposed to look. So don't mind that. But just Jay Julian on Instagram and Twitter. I'm barely on there, but Jay Julian on Facebook, and follow me at MBK Tribe on Instagram.
Yeah, man. It's getting cold now, but when the weather breaks, let's get to hike.
Hey, well, we're gonna have a few events, dinners, brunches, panels, probably gonna go to the gun range a few times. One of my homies.
Oh yeah.
Is he's deep in that. So just finding different creative ways. Because honestly, my big thing is just making this a culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just link up. It don't have to be talking about some emotional
Our
or
feelings.
personal. Yeah, we don't got to do that. We can just go link up, play basketball,
Like a
go
tribe,
shoot guns.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But make it where we consistently. Because I think even more so now than ever in our adult years, it's important for us to see each other as brothers, as family. You know what I'm saying? To be able to be like, yo, I know Boone, I know Brian B. Knowing, I know Jody, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all family, your loved ones, whatever, that's my family. You know what I'm saying? We go out and we kick it, we have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, in our young years, we grew up being bred to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? So now we got to reverse that and create community where it's like, yo, all right, we survived that. We don't got to deal with the past. We don't even got to touch it. But we understand that we all survived it. We're not in jail. We're not dead. So let's show each other love and let's make sure that the rest of our lives, is at the highest quality that we can possibly experience. Like, I think that's what we owe to each other and to our society and to, the younger versions of us.
Yo, I mean, I saw something you posted, paraphrasing, big time. But basically, the way I took it was like we as men haven't been taught how to live a high quality lifestyle, like just
absolutely
just quality, like have a quality of living.
No,
yeah,
and
here's the interesting thing, because I point this out to my brothers all the time, right? A lot of things that are healthy for us or are beneficial for us. For those of us that live in low income communities or even, middle class, a lot of things that are good for us as men are deemed to be feminine, right? But when you get into these wealthy circles, these rich, filthy rich men are doing things that we deem to be feminine, but it's actually good and beneficial for them and creating more wealth for them,
like getting massage
and creating better health for them. You know what I'm saying?
But there's the other thing. There's some of that shit is feminine.
No, I mean, it depends on what it is, right? But like Brian B. Knowing says, like, if you want to go get a massage, you want to go play golf, you want to kick back at a beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that you want to groom yourself, smell good, look good. You know what I'm saying?
You smell good, nigga.
Yeah.
Eat good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be basic things that we be like, you put lotion on, like that's
you walk in the room. This nigga got on gloves. It's cold outside. Nigga, it's cold.
He got an umbrella in the rain.
He got an umbrella. Come on, man.
Yeah, like so the thing is, like, we gotta really understand, like, all right, what's truly beneficial for us and what's really feminine and it's not beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So if it's beneficial, then we gotta really weigh, whether or not, it's something that we need to invest in or not. You know what I'm saying? Especially if doing it is going to help you generate more income. You know what I'm saying? It's going to put you in a mind state, you know what I'm saying, that's going to allow you to operate freely so that you can make more money and you can protect and provide better. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you're in survival mode and you stressed out because you're not doing nothing that is considered self-care, because everything that's self-care to you is feminine, then you're not even going to be in a mind state to actually be operating at the best version of yourself so that you can make as much money as you could possibly make. That's right. What it's a form of imprisonment. I'm going to give you this narrative that allows you to believe that everything is good for you is actually bad for you, so you never actually get out of the trap. While I'm doing all of the things that you think is bad, I'm doing that on an everyday basis, and that's actually what's freeing me up so that I can flourish and I can prosper and I can become a millionaire and a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. You know what I'm saying? We doing a lot of things as lower class, middle class people that we don't have to be doing, or we're rejecting things that we can be doing on an everyday basis that will allow us to become financially free. Like, not even talking about financial literacy. Before you even get to that, you got to be mentally and emotionally in a good place to make more money. You know what I'm saying? If you stressed out, if you depressed, blah, 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 you're not going to make money. You're not even going to be able to build relationships to make money. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to be in a mind state where you can learn new skills. Like, all of those things will cripple us. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they paralyze us. So that's my thing, is once we understand, like, yo, a lot of this shit is just pseudoscience, you know what I'm saying, and miseducation. And we can start implementing things right now that don't cost a lot of money, like a hike. Hiking, motherfucking, some of the greatest inventors throughout all of history, they would just go out and walk and experience nature. Some of the greatest.
Open your mind up. Yeah.
It opens your mind. Like, that's free. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out, nigga. Like, get the fuck out the house. You know what I'm saying? Go hike, go see, you know, Mother Nature or whatever. Like, do some free shit that's going to allow you to just have a different perspective and get some of that stress up off of you. You know what I'm saying? That we're dealing with on an everyday basis, because that's the only way we're going to actually be able to level up. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. How can we level up? Because for me, masculinity is about solving problems.
Facts.
In 2022, 2023, we can't be dealing with the same issues that our forefathers been dealing with, you know, for the last few decades. You know what I'm saying? Like, dealing with poverty, dealing with police brutality and racism and all that bullshit. We can surpass that. Like, we should be ready and prepared and equipped to be like, yo, my kids don't got to deal with this shit no more. Like, that's where I'm at. And by any means necessary. I'm Malcolm X little. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I don't got no ego. I don't care about nothing. All I care about is empowering the younger generation so that they don't have to struggle like we did. They don't have to deal with the shit that we had to deal with. They don't got to die and go to prison and all that other bullshit. Like, they need to be able to thrive and live the best version of their lives, because they are an extension of us. And I love us. You know what I'm saying? That's what's important to me. So when it comes to social constructs and imagined constructs, like, those are the things that I try to battle every day that, you know, people push back on. But I'm well researched, you know what I'm saying? And everything I say is to be able to empower us so that we can just break free of the trap. Because if we're going to continue to stay in this cycle, then we just going to continue to, deal with the same, fucking bullshit ass problems that we've been dealing with for the last few decades.
Facts.
I know.
Yo, where you going to be at, Brian? You knowing?
I'll be at work. Follow me on all social media platforms at Brian B. Norm. Brian B. Norm, the podcast coming very soon.
Hey.
Yo, smack it up, flip it, rub it down.com.
He like, that's
hey. We coming soon. You have to. I ain't gonna say that.
Hey, put me on, Brian B. Knowing. I'm here, bro.
I got you.
Yeah. Yo. SONICBOONE. Follow me at SONICBOONETV. I don't be posting shit, but yo, you can find me at NEMPATHY Show. You know what I'm saying? Episode 100.
Episode 100.
Yeah, 100, man. Shout out to everybody that's been a part of that 100, man. Jay Julian has definitely been on over 10, 20 episodes in that 100. You know what I'm saying?
More to come, man. More to come.
Shout out to Doug. You know what I'm saying? Doug been on a little hiatus, but
he been traveling though, right?
Yeah, man. That comedian life.
Yeah. Keep doing your thing, brother. We love to see it, man.
Shout out to Watts. You know what I'm saying? Out there on the West Coast. Man.
Oh, I didn't know he was on the West Coast.
We check y'all next week. NEMPATHY Show.